All right, welcome back, everyone. We are back. We're live. We're streaming once again. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so we are back. We are, of course, covering the Levy's event that he's playing. Now, it's been a little bit of a downer. I mean, the last game he was playing someone much lower rated. Today, I think he's playing someone even lower rated, a 2088 level player, someone who is who's not young, actually. So I expect Levy to win this game without too much difficulty, barring some kind of huge blunder. What time is it in the US? It is 7:34 a.m. in the morning. So what do I think about the news? I chose, it turns out to be rather fortuitous. I chose not to stream Levy's game last night. I was a little bit tired and everything. Yeah, so obviously I saw the news very, very shortly after it broke. I mean, honestly, it's just terrible. That's all it needs to be said about it. It's just terrible. That's the bottom line. So yeah, nothing more needs to be said. Having said that, however, I mean, honestly, a lot of people are saying things about the Secret Service and everything else, and I think people have forgotten with the Secret Service. Like, there have been issues. Like, I remember maybe a few years back, maybe it was like 2014, but I remember even with Obama, there was stuff where I feel like someone got in an elevator with him who shouldn't have even been in an elevator, if I remember correctly. So yeah, like very, very bad. I definitely was in a very, very sour mood. I was in a sour mood for much of the afternoon and evening yesterday. I mean, I did my recap. Some people were mad at me about the recap. They were saying I was being rude and other stuff. I wasn't really in a great mood yesterday, let's put it that way. It's that simple. It's really just that simple. Will Levy play D5 here? I don't know. That being said, one of the reasons I did make a recap anyway, even though I wasn't in a particularly good mood, and one of the reasons I'm streaming is because at the end of the day, people do kind of want, I think one of the biggest reasons people watch streams, they watch TikTok, Instagram, is they want an outlet away from all the crap. I'm not gonna mince my words this morning. They want they want to get away from all the crap. They want to get away from all the crap that there is out there. So you know, you really can't avoid it if you watch TV. So at the end of the day, like that's one of the biggest things I think people or not people, but sorry, like that I had to keep in mind last night, even when I did the recap. Just like, people are you know, if you turn on the TV, all you get is crap. You get crap in the news endlessly. It's never good news. It hasn't been for a long time. And so yeah, I'd prefer just not to talk about it. It's just that simple. When I cover the GCs, you know, you guys, because Levy Rosman is much more famous than those stupid scrubs who are playing in Romania, and his game's more interesting. Now, Levy's playing someone who's old and very low rate. Now, I don't know if this guy's very strong, if this guy was a strong player in the past or not. Doesn't look like he's having a very good tournament. So as long as Levy doesn't make any kind of huge blunder, he's gonna win this game. It's kind of like last night as well. So in last night's game, Levy basically got a good position right away. It was clear his opponent was very nervous. The moves were very timid. He didn't really have plans. That's why Levy won. Now, someone did write a very important question. This is why chess is such a fascinating game and so incredibly nuanced, because I'm gonna pull up Levy's game from last night very quickly because we didn't cover it live. But you know, one thing that someone said in my YouTube comments I responded to this morning was, they said, you know, one of the general gist of what I heard is the openings don't matter. Now, in general, that's true if you have a basic opening strategy where you have a simple plan that you can follow. Now, one of the things that happened in the game last night and round 5 as well is that the opponent tried to play something that requires very high level precision. And for Levy, the great thing about this position is that he came into a position where he developed pieces and he plays for one idea, which is play f6 and e5 here. So he plays for one idea, and his opponent has to be incredibly precise here. It's not about just getting a setup. The opponent has no plan. And so both last night and in game 5, the opponent played something that was very sharp or very, very principled, but you have to know more than just the opening strategy. You have to have plans to follow up upon with, and he didn't. So let's go back. What did Levy play? Did Levy play h4? He did play h4, right? Which is a pretty good move here. So, but yeah, anyway, let's keep going. Okay, h4, not the craziest move. I suspect Levy has probably seen this before, actually, when he plays h4. I think h6 and h5 are both moves here. But yeah, Levy's playing someone who's a little bit older, barring any kind. I mean, honestly, if I were Levy here, I'm not sure that I love this approach, being super aggressive here. Because he's playing someone who's 2088. This feels like a situation similar to last night, where as long as Levy doesn't make a blunder, he'll win this game. But if he messes up this game, he will lose a lot of points. Actually, Fabiano already won. Yeah. Also, for anybody who's trying to like stir drama, and I'm not really gonna I'm really not gonna entertain such comments. Like, you have to realize Levy's playing players who are much lower rated. He should be doing well. He is playing people who are far lower rated than he is in most of these games. He should be doing very well. So when people act like it's some huge thing, yes, he's doing well, but he is not playing players with the caliber of the level he'll have to play and beat if he wants to get to GM. And I think a lot of people are I don't know if they're like trolling or it's like they just don't understand that. But yeah, Fabiano is going to break the record for the GCT above Magnus. Really nice. So anyway, someone said Djokovic is losing. I haven't been following Wimbledon at all. I literally woke up and I realized the game started early. Oh wow, Alcaraz is up 2-0 on Djokovic. Wow. Okay, so all right, I expect h6 or h5. One of the two will be played. I think he's gonna go. I know what he's going to do. I will say, however, honestly, jokes aside, 'cause I'm not 100% sure about the facts, so I mean, this may be wrong, but I am actually absolutely shocked that someone who's rated 2088 is paying $850 to play in this tournament. Actually shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I am stunned that someone is willing to pay that much money. Yeah, not joking. I mean, he's got no chance. I mean, realistically, there's no chance to make a norm. Maybe he's rich. Yeah, maybe he's rich. I just mean $850 to play a tournament where you're probably gonna do terribly because he's so much lower rated is pretty brutal. So I'll gladly pay. Yeah, no, Levy didn't pay. Levy, Maxim Novik and Sajanovic, I think the guy he drew yesterday, those are three players who are IM or higher. None of those guys had to pay. They didn't have to pay the entry fee. Everybody else had to pay. So 7 of the players paid $850 to play in this tournament. Tax write-off, I don't think you can write off a tax entry fee unless you're a professional chess player, and I don't think so. Levy's played throughout the event. I would give Levy a I'd give Levy an A-. That's what I would give him if I A-, or let's just say like 95, whatever, however you want to classify it. I'd give him an A-. It's very clear that when he gets into, there are a couple important things. First thing, if Levy gets into a situation where both players are relatively low on time and it's complicated, he has a big advantage. That's the first thing, and he will need to remember this down the road. That is very important. Okay, first point. Second point is openings. Now, Levy has done very well with his basic set of openings, Hikaru specifically in this event against lower rated players, but I don't think that playing the Hikaru every game is going to hold up if he's playing in these tournaments like in Spain against IM plus, like IM or GM level. I don't think it's going to hold up consistently every game, so he needs to work on that. But overall, time usage has been good. He gets low in scrambles. His decision making has been good. I would say it's an A-. Really, the main issue for Levy is his openings, and I don't think he's going to be able to play the Hikaru consistently. He's going to have to pick up some other opening. If this were 20 years ago, he could probably get away with it and get to GM, but in this modern era, he's not going to. So that's really the only downside that I would say right from this tournament is that it's clear that he's going to have to pick up another opening with black. That's the only downside, really. But overall, it's been pretty good. I mean, he was very shaky in the first couple of games, to be fair. Like, he was shaky, but he kept it together. So I would say that basically the openings were the only real weakness as I see it from this event. Only real weakness. Let's see what we get here, though. Levy has 1900 ELO openings. It's not about having 1900 ELO openings. It's about the fact that you have to be versatile because you can't play one opening every game because the preparation that people can do is just too good. So you can't get away with one opening in every event. That's the biggest issue, I would say. No, this performance does not actually really change my mind at all. He's playing well. There are little glimpses of things he's doing correctly. I think the main thing that my takeaway from this is that understanding time usage and really the ability to not panic when he gets low on time, but also conversely to understand that he's just better in scrambles than the opponents, at least in this tournament, is very important. That's really the big shining light here. Levy should just win this game. Yeah, it's kind of an anticlimactic end to the event, because both last night and today he's playing against players who are significantly lower rated. So it's just kind of, it's a little bit anticlimactic, because it's kind of a situation where as long as he doesn't blunder, he should just win these games without without even being really dramatic. So yeah, Levy's playing a mafia boss. I doubt that. No, if Levy were playing a mafia boss, he'd have to take a dive. What can Levy gain? Main thing Levy gains from this turn, besides some rating points, is effectively confidence. That's the main thing that Levy gains. Yeah, it's the bottom line. Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise Levy's gonna be buried under the Hudson, right? He's gonna be sleeping with the fishes. But yeah, anyway, jokes aside, obviously guys, not a chess player. Yeah. Shock Black doesn't know the theory. I haven't played it this game. I'm not too surprised, but he probably just plays the basic setup like a King's Indian and goes from there. So yeah. One good thing for Levy actually in this event, unlike a lot of events he's going to play in, are that there are no really dangerous kids. There are no kids who are in this event. Like, there are no kids rated around like 2200 or like 12 years old and very, very strong. So it's one. So also the composition of the players in the tournament matters a lot. If I had to guess, I think his opponent's going to play H5. That's my guess. Maybe H6. But for Levy, again, one of the great things is just very simple, easy to play position. You just go F3, Queen E2, and castles, and then you figure out what you're doing. You don't really have to spend a lot of time, and you just play moves. I have a startup idea. Basically, like, you sell your restaurant setup and your recipe to a franchise streamliner. What? I don't know what that means, but I have no interest in going into the restaurant business. Thank you. Levy's opponent was like 2250 in mid 2022 according to FIDE rates, like 2395 in 2010. Oh, I'm not surprised if his opponent was very good, but the guy's old. It's like my stepfather too. My stepfather was like 2350, but now his FIDE is like 2080 or something, because my stepfather's like 70 years old. So I mean, as you get older, you just can't maintain it. That's the main thing. Probably the guy who's 2022, it's because he didn't play during the pandemic, and he's probably old, and he's just like, he doesn't play that much and he fell off. Probably what it is. So yeah, no, my stepdad is alive. No, it was my wife's father who passed on. Is Levy better than my stepfather at this point? Obviously. Last time you said Levy's using more variety. It looked like he was, but in this event I think Levy's done what he needs to, which is just like pretty much he's better than all except for 3 players in this turn. That's my read. Maybe 4 players. The guy he played in round 1 actually, Polyanikova. I think that, I don't know how old Polyanikova is, but I think he could be a good player. I think he could be an IM plus. He could be IM level or a little bit better. So remember, Hikaru, you'll be 70 to 10 years to watch your mouth. I won't be 70 to 10 years, but I'm well aware that yes, I will not be young forever. Where I should find the song Forever Young. Whatever. I don't have it on this playlist, I don't think. Here we go. There we go. Polyanikova is 20. Polyanikova could be like, with a lot of hard work, I think he maybe could be he could get to GM, but I think Polyanikova should be an IM, just my guess. They're playing super early. Yeah, they're playing super early. Like, can you imagine paying $850 to play 2 games a day for 4 days in a row, and then on the last day you have to start 2 hours earlier at like 9 a.m. No, sorry, you have to start at 7. Sorry, you have to start at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, they start at 10 a.m. Like, can you imagine that? Paying $850 to have to tire yourself out with 2 games a day, and then you also have to play like the last games 2 hours earlier. Yeah, 850 is worth it to have fun. Gonna go what? Oh, he's gonna go F5. Wow. Okay, interesting. You called it. Yeah, this could be exciting though. At least could be exciting. Yeah. All right. Now Levy will either take on f5, take on e5, or play h5. I do think Levy's going to use time here though. This opening actually though, unlike the games like last night's game where I was fairly critical of his opponent, this is not something like his opponent's playing with black piece and he's just playing a general setup. This is something where you play a general setup, you just sort of, you have to trust position. There's no like memorizing variations. Whereas in his game last night, you really have to know exactly what you're doing. I mean, who am I voting for? I don't know who I'm voting for. I mean, I don't want to even get into politics. I wish someone with a brain would run. Let's put it that way. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I wish anybody with a brain would run. Okay, enough said. So, all right. Let's wait for a move. He's insulting both candidates. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay. Okay, let's see what we get here from Levy. He'll probably take on f5 is my guess. He could play f3 too. F3 is maybe move 2. F3 is also a move. But yeah, I'm so sick of it all. You know, I think when people come to watch me or to watch streaming in general, I think a lot of people, when they do that, they want to get away from it. And Levy goes f3 pretty quickly. Not super surprised. We'll probably get castles now if I had to guess. Would I vote for Mr. Beast? I'll tell you who I would vote for in general. You know what I would like to see is I'd like to see someone who's actually somebody along the lines of, I mean, I know Elon Musk can't run, but someone like Elon or Mark Cuban, someone who's actually like done something, like they've built serious businesses, things that have really transformed the world, people who understand how to run businesses, because being president, I think in large part is a lot like that. I think a lot of it is delegating tasks. So that's all I want to say. It's a bad thing. I'm saying someone from the business world. Okay, business world, someone from the business world. Like, yes, I know that that's a horrible take. Okay, thank you. Well, it's like, you know, when the stock market goes up 20%, or you know, or when there's like taxes and everything else, like, geez, come on, chill. You think that Biden does it or Trump does it? No, they have people on their team, people who've been appointed cabinet posts who are involved, like Gary Cohn, as far as like the taxes went. But thank you. Okay, anyway, I want to focus on chess before I like get really annoyed. That's before I get really annoyed. Okay, so let's focus on the chess. Okay, so we'll probably get castle f4 here. Castle f4 is what I expect. One of these two moves. Well, let's keep going. Castle f4 is really one of those two moves what I expect to be played here. Let's see what else can happen and go from there. Play some chess. We're covering Levy's game, which has started this morning. I think I might actually stream straight through and just play some chess in between, perhaps. Let's see what we get here. Any idea how many points Levy has gained this event? I don't know, actually. I don't know. He's probably getting around like 20 points, so is my guess. Around there. Daniel's tilting. Play him. I want to cover this, but let's see. Daniel is streaming an all-nighter and he's 29.50. Why on earth would I ever want to play Daniel Naroditsky at 29.50? Why on earth would I ever want to play Daniel Naroditsky at 29.50? That seems like a surefire recipe to lose a bunch of rating points. He's playing horrible. Well, yeah, he's tired, but still. Yeah, that's like insane. Yeah. I mean, I think the guy's probably going to get castles H5. He'll see this line and he'll think that after G5 he's doing well. Am I still active in OTB games? Yes, I am. Yeah, absolutely. He wasn't even sure it was the worst part. Okay, I think we'll get castles here. I would guess castle and like queen d2 is my best guess, something like this. Okay, we get castles as expected. I think Levy is probably going to make a move. I think he'll play queen d2 or maybe h5, but I think he'll move pretty quickly. I mean, queen d2 actually allows takes me. There might be some trick with knight f5. Levy's tired. Is it not the first game of the day? It is the first game of the day. The sound should be good. Mods can tell me if it's not. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all the players are tired in this event, honestly. I mean, they should be tired. Black can go f4, but black generally only wants to go f4 if he can go g5. He can get this structure with the pawn here, it's good. Otherwise he doesn't want to play f4. So you get f4 here, because down the road white's gonna play g3 and you don't have g5 to over support the pawn at f4. So I think we'll get queen d2, fe4, knight e4, knight f5. That's my best guess. That's my best guess, but we'll see. It's interesting. Computer thinks h5. This is good for white, apparently. I don't expect this from Levy, because this pawn at h6 looks good, but there's no easy way to attack on the king side. I don't think he'll play h5 here. So to reach 2,500, he needs like 10 to 15 wins. No, he's going to need a lot more wins, because he's going to need to play tournaments. I mean, unless Levy's going to just try and play these tournaments and farm for like a year or something, he's going to need to play tournaments where he can get GM norms. In order to get Grandmaster norms, you have to play in tournaments that have Grandmasters in them. So let's play tournaments that have a much stronger field. Did I see Magnus call me the best player in the world? Very funny, you guys. Very funny. Thank you. No, Magnus Carlsen's best player in the world, but thank you. That's a good one. Maybe he thinks I'm the best one in the world outside of himself, but come on, let's be serious. Very funny. This game, Levy, if he wins, he does not get anything. He gets like 1 point maybe. Yeah, I think if Levy wins, he gets maybe 2 points, but most likely 1 point. Why is he playing at 2,000? Because this guy clearly was willing to pay $850 to play in this event. Yeah, Levy's opponent is willing to pay $850 for the privilege to lose to stronger players. I mean, obviously who knows what the guy's reasoning is, but yeah, it's yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's pretty bad that in an IM tournament where you're trying to have people make a norm that you have someone this low rated, because it really brings down the average of the rating when you someone rate 2088 versus having someone at like 2200. If they had another guy at 2200, it would be, that would increase the rating. It would make it a little bit easier, maybe make a norm. I'm not following Wimbledon yet, but again, I don't believe that Djokovic will lose until he does lose. It's like Federer. I remember back in the old days, like you see Federer, what Federer is doing, and you're just like, you're watching Federer and you're like, okay, but he's down 2 sets, you know he's inevitably going to come back and win. Until he's actually lost, he hasn't lost. Do a Wordle quickly. Okay, let's do a Wordle. Let's put everybody in jail quickly. There we go. Okay, Wordle. There we go. Do a Wordle. Okay, what do I want to play? Let's see. I did anime yesterday. I think you guys can see the screen. Okay, good. I did anime yesterday. What's a good word? I'll try a different word. I'll try a different word. Okay, bad choice. I should have done anime clearly on this one, because I did a different one. There's an O. Is this a word? That is a word, right? Okay, so tolls, that does nothing. I burned 5 more letters. There's an O and an E. Let's see. Video, maybe? I mean, try video. Oh my god, I am so good at this game. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, that was a double X slam move. Being good at chess doesn't make you a genius. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the game. Yeah. Yeah. What a statement. Maybe you should switch to Pro Scrabble. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Chat, I think it's video. Yes. Anyway. Okay. So back to the games. Let's see what we get here. GM stands for genius. Man. Exactly. So I forget what we were on. We're on something. Someone said, why am I not in Croatia? Okay, you guys, I'm going to tell you I've said this many times. I'm not in Croatia for a couple of reasons, but first and foremost, I am a streamer first. Okay, streaming is how I earn my income, and it's by many multiples of what I made as a chess player. Okay, I'm just going to be completely honest here. I don't need to say figures or things, but it's multiples of what I made as a pro chess player. Okay, so if I derive my income from being a streamer at basically live streams and making YouTube videos, and I do better off of that, significantly better off of that than playing in chess tournaments. Of course, I'm not going to go and play chess tournaments just for the sake of playing a tournament. So if there are tournaments out there that are qualifiers for the candidate cycle, I will always be interested in those tournaments because I really do enjoy having the opportunity to try and compete at the top level, to play in events which are potentially qualifiers. And if I get to the candidates and I have a miracle run, I could maybe make it to a world championship match. So from that standpoint, like, I will play those events, which is why events like the Grand Swiss or the Doha Masters, all the events that I played last year were specifically tied to that, trying to qualify for the candidates. So if there are events that are like that, or there's an event that I'm a big fan of what the organizers are doing, I think it's good for chess, I will always consider those events. So when I look at like Norway Chess, which I played, the organizers are always having to find sponsors every year. They work really hard. They're very creative. You see things like the confessional box. You see the format with you play a regular game, then you play an Armageddon. I don't like the Armageddon personally, but still very creative. So I really like what they're doing. And I'm a big fan of it. So of course I always play Norway Chess. But outside Norway Chess, the tournaments that I play are almost all qualifiers for the candidates. That's what it is. Why am I playing St. Louis this year, the Rapid and Blitz? I still feel an affinity for St. Louis. I spent time there. I lived there for a period in the 2010s. And I still do think overall what they try to do is good for chess. So I do go to St. Louis once or twice a year as well to play a tournament or two. So that's the reason I'm playing in St. Louis. But otherwise, like if it's like the World Rapid and Blitz, I'll be playing. But in general, yeah, that's what it is. So when people ask me, like, they're like, why aren't you playing Croatia? Why would I play in Croatia? It's just a random tournament. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't qualify you to anything. Like, yeah, it's money, but I do better sitting at home in my underwear than I do going and playing there. So why would I? So, yeah. Wait, stand up. I'm not in my underwear right now, but you guys get the point. No, I'm wearing shorts, but you get the point. Yeah, stand up. I'm wearing shorts, but thank you. Yeah, good one. I believe it's an expression, guys. Exactly. It's an expression. So yeah, so that's why when people ask me, I think a lot of people, they fail to understand the realities of the world that I live in now. Which is that it's just like, I enjoy playing chess, but it's not tied to qualifying for the candidates. There's almost no chance that I'm going to play a tournament just for the sake of playing. That's just how it goes. I mean, I guess if the tournament had a massive prize fund, maybe I would consider it, but in general, no, I'm not going to. Because people seem to forget that when I play tournaments, normally there is a direct correlation in terms of like all the work that I have to do behind the scenes. Like I have to get commentators to do the event, I have to do these recaps. It's extremely tiring. There are multiple layers. It's not as simple as just I show up and play the tournament like all these other guys. So yeah, it's not as straightforward as people think. Won't even commit to streaming his underwear. Bro fell off. Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys, as always. Much love everybody. So bro, watching classical chess is tiring. However, I want to see Levy win. If Levy doesn't, I will say this: Levy's in a situation where he's playing someone who's a little bit weaker. If he doesn't do anything insane, he should just win the game, much like he did last night. So I'm not a huge fan of the fact that Levy's playing something that's a little bit more on the aggressive side against a player who's 300 points lower rated than him. So I don't love it, but still. I mean, you don't have to do the recap. You can let Levy do it for you. Levy and I are separate entities. We don't have any arrangements along those lines. No, in most tournaments, the recaps that I'm going to do are probably, unless I win a tournament, are going to be on par financially with how much money I can win in the tournament. So yeah, I mean, when people ask these questions, I mean, I get that they wonder why I'm not playing this tournament, that tournament, but if a tournament's not a it's not a qualifier for the candidates, very low likelihood I'm going to play. Very low likelihood, unless it's like Norway or in St. Louis. So yeah, you always hope to get the top engine move, or doing the computer sometimes wrong. Well, I mean, the problem with using the engine, and one of the reasons I try not to look all the time, is because the moves that it says are the best is not the moves going to be played. Like here, Levy is not going to play h5, because after f4 and g5, he's going to worry that black can play g4. He's going to worry about this pawn on h6 being weak. He's not going to play h6. I expect him to play queen d2, honestly, or maybe d5. I don't really see him playing h5 and then f4 and g5. If you get that much money for recaps and YouTube's paying out too much money, it's not YouTube, it's advertisers who are paying too much money. But anyway, yeah. Or you could say it's a chess pays nothing. I mean, chess pays zero, as the famous philosopher Andrew Tate said. So yeah, let's see what we get here. I think we'll get maybe queen d2. Queen d2 is the move that I kind of expect Levy to play. Queen c2 probably is a little bit worse, because now you're not supporting the pawn. I think this pawn's a little bit weaker versus d2, where the queen would guard this. So it's kind of on diag where it's not doing a whole lot. Did I ditch Twitch? No, I still stream on Twitch every so often. This morning, of course, we're starting kind of on the go. Actually, I could watch a Grand Chess Tour as well, which I think I will, because that's going on also at the same time, I think. So let me pull that up. I'll pull it in a separate tab. Okay, results. Fabiano is 24.5. Fabiano is not going to catch the record, it looks like. He's chasing a record too. Let's pull the Fabiano game. I'll mute this tab. Okay, Fabiano, I think if he wins 3 games in a row, he might set the record if he wins all 3 to finish the event. He needs 2.5 out of 3. Okay, he's got a good position here, by the way. Plays b3. Okay, logical move. Rook e8. Probably bishop e2. I don't like Fabiano's position here, by the way. Probably e6 or rook a8. E6 is a very committal move. It's not a bad move, but it's very committal. Today's the last day of all the events. Last day of this event, last day of Levy's event. Queen c3 played, probably rook c1 and then rook c8. Apparently a4 is very strong here for white. I'm not sure I really believe it. Yeah, we got rook c8 here being played, I assume. Like, it's a good example. Computers like a4 is good, but I know it's never going to be played. I mean, maybe Magnus would have the intuition or the spider sense to slow down and think and find it, but in general, not going to be played. My schedule for the next week, I like Fabiano's position until b3, and now I don't like it. Until b3 I liked it, but now he's got a weakness on c2. Maxime has a very nice position suddenly. Like, one bad move. Yeah, b3 was the move that messed it all up. Do I think Fabiano can still become world champion? Hot take, no. If I'm gonna give you guys a hot take for the day, one of the reasons I said no in the video is because, frankly, I think the kids are too good. Honest take. I think the kids are too good. I think for Fabiano, he has maybe one last shot in 2 years before the kids are just going to smoke all of us. Honest take for me. That's just me giving you my honest takes. That's what I do here. That's what I would say. I think that I think that basically there's one last window of time for anybody, whether it's me, whether it's Fabiano or Nepo, to be competitive and have a chance to win. But I think if you look 4 years out, there's no way in 4 years that Fabiano is going to be competitive with like Prague and all those other kids. I just think no way. So I mean, when I say no, I mean I should clarify with, I think maybe he is, I still think it's very low, but he has a chance maybe in the next candidate cycle, but after that I think it's no. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next candidate. Ooh, what is this? What is this from Maxime? Huh. I don't know if I like this. Okay. Maxime is moving too quickly here, by the way. Maxime has a 1.5 minute advantage. He's moving too quickly. He's moving way too quickly. My voice is deeper today. Is it? I don't think it is, but maybe. But yeah. I did wake up not so long ago, so it's like getting used to it. Was I invited for the US Olympiad team? I was, but once again, there were a couple factors. First of all, I mean, I played the Olympiad, and I've won a gold medal with the US team in Baku in 2016. That's the first thing, okay? So I won a. By the way, Maxime is going to win this game, I think. Levy played a move. What did Levy play? No, Levy didn't move yet. No, Levy hasn't moved. I played and we won a gold medal in 2016. Secondarily, it's a very, very long tournament. The financial end of it is not great, frankly. I think I said this before, but if we were to win the gold medal, which is the pinnacle, the bonus is very low. The amount of money you get for winning the gold medal is very, very low. Levy didn't play a move. I see Levy's cam. He didn't play a move. So yeah, so to answer the question, actually Seavor is a very good move from Fabiano here. We're watching. The Fabiano gets 2.5 out of 3, he will set the record. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I've already won a gold medal. It's a very long event. The financial incentives don't align, and the fourth reason, honestly, that I'm going to say that I've said many times before, is that frankly it doesn't feel like a team event. I've played the Olympiad before. I played in 2006, 8, 10, 12, 14. At this point, it feels like, honestly, it feels like an individual event, which just happens to be the Olympiad. There's no team spirit or camaraderie, or there wasn't when I last played. It's very much everyone's doing their own thing. So because everyone's doing their own thing, it's just like, eh. Did he go H5 or did he play Queen D2? He did it. Okay, I don't like this from Levy. I don't like this. I don't like this decision from Levy, because now that Kingside is going to get closed, I know I don't like it. I don't like it. It's probably good according to the computer. I don't think Levy's good enough to be precise, but maybe his opponent won't be precise either. His opponent probably won't be precise. So it cuts both ways. And that's also a big difference between where I'm at and where like these events that Levy's playing at is that when I look at these sorts of moves, the players that I compete against, they're good enough that they will find the absolute best move every time, but these guys won't. Whether it's Levy or his opponent, they're not going to find the best move every single time. And I mean, H5 is a computer says it's the best move, but like I don't like it personally. I don't. I think we're gonna get F4 G5, and then Levy's gonna have to figure out what he's doing here. So let's see. But let's get back to the other game, because this is what matters. Do we get a blunder? Oh, we got a blunder from Maximus. Blunder time. Maximus blundered. Why is this losing though? Rook F8. Not rook E8, rook F8. Why is this losing? Rook B6, A5. Apparently this is losing, but I don't understand why. Actually, I think this is going to be a draw. Apparently this is winning. I don't know why. I think we're going to get a liquidation on the queen side, and it's going to be a draw if I had to guess. My thoughts about Levy being a GM have not changed at all. He's having a very, very good event, but you guys have to keep in mind he is playing against players who are significantly weaker than the level of competition he's going to have to perform against when if he's going for GM norms. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really aren't in chess, so they don't understand these things, but he's playing very well. He's doing well. But these are players who are significantly lower than the level of the player that he's going to be playing against in the norm events. I think we'll get rook d8 here. Or sorry, that's Levy's game, not this one. Rook d8 should be played. Rook e8 loses to bishop c6, I believe, so he goes to d8 as expected. Fabiano getting very low on time here, by the way. Okay. So if rook e8, bishop c6, there's now queen c2 to hit the pawn on f2. b7, okay, probably queen a2 if I had to guess, to guard the pawn and hit this. Oh, then there's queen d7 maybe. Okay, this is where Maxime has a lot of time, so he has minute 30 versus 23 seconds. He should use the time here to try and come up with a move. Alcaraz is serving for the championship. Wow, really? Wimbledon. Oh, it's 5-4. You're right. 5-4 in the third. Here goes queen c2. I thought the danger was queen d7, but I think queen d7 there's queen c8 here. So if Levy won on Hikaru, then he would be a champ. That's not how it works, you guys, but thank you. Fabi's probably going to trade at some point, just make the draw, like queen e6. We're going to get some kind of trade eventually, I think. There's h5, logical. Probably h4 here, logical. Djokovic has only ever lost Grand Slam finals to NATO countries. Yes, exactly. Now I think Fabiano's we're gonna get like queen e6 or bishop e5. And wait, is there takes in queen f6? Wait, there was some trick there, wasn't there? Oh no, oh no. Now queen f6 and Fabi's gonna lose here probably. Yep, he's gonna have to trade the queens, and now he's down 2 pawns, and there goes the chance of setting a record. Yeah, bishop e5 and black wins. Yep, GG's for Fabiano. Chokes it away. As I've said many times already, Fabiano, if he gets down to 5 seconds on the clock, he just makes blunders. He, like, his brain just isn't, he can't play on pure intuition. He just can't over a sustained period of time. He just can't play on intuition. Oh wait, that might be a mistake. Oh, it's, actually, you know what's funny about this position is that Maxime has to find a way to win. Maybe knight g5 here. Wait, what's that? Are you kidding me? Now he's going to start to route the rook around, like rook d6, rook d2. Rook d2. This is so bad. Rook d2. Rook d2. Rook d2. Okay, this actually makes sense. Rook d2. Yeah, now like f5, f4 somewhere. Maybe rook b2. Okay, logical. He's gonna try to reroute the horse. Rook b2 maybe. He's trying to go f4 here, like rook b4, of course. Maybe f4 now. F4 or h4, one of these two moves he should play eventually. I would probably go f4, but h4 is also very thematic. Wait, there's gonna be some fg3 here. Wait, is there rook d6? Wait, it's still a draw, but it's still a draw. Maybe rook d8. You don't trade. Rook d8, yeah. Maybe knight e4. Yeah, I would go knight e4 here. Knight c5 maybe knight c3. Knight d6 obviously, but now bishop d3 and you have no way to unlock. Maybe g5 g4, but I think there's just going to be a draw. Carlos throwing. Carlito is up 40-30. 40-30. Yeah, it's a light square pawn, so Fabi will easily draw this. We got f4 in Levy's game. Yeah, very, very poor technique from Maxime to hang that pawn on a5. Very, very poor technique. Yeah, it's just a draw. So let's go back to the other game. So Fabiano still has a chance if he wins the last two, I guess. Okay, so we got f4 bishop f2. We're gonna get g5, which we played immediately. Oh wait, no, it's 40-40. Wait, it's 40-40. It's not over. It's back to deuce. Okay, it's deuce. I've never played Levy's opponent. No, I have not. I mean, g5 should be played immediately here. After you spend time on f4, you should just go g5. Mr. Nepo Wesley drama. I didn't really follow it closely. I don't really care. I don't care. I mean, it's like it's a squabble over like what, a few $1,000s. I mean, we as chess players are very oh, it's advantage Djokovic. Oh no. Come on, Carlito, put it away. So how many cups glass? I have two. I have my glass with my vodka, and I have my glass with my coffee. So a typical morning for me. Oh no, it's 5-5. Really? Wow. Wow. He just threw it. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Probably g5. I mean, I don't know why the guy's thinking g5 is the only move you can play. If you don't go, he was like, oh, he's 40 love and he threw it. Wait, it was 40 love and he lost 5 points in a row. Wait, that's really bad. Actually, that's really bad. That's horrible. That's actually really bad. Yeah, g5 is a move you play instantly. I don't know why this guy's even thinking. It's the only move that you can play here. I don't know why he's thinking. Actually, I'm really confused. Yeah, I have no understanding. Why is he thinking? No, but I mean, this is an obvious move for anybody to play. If you play f4, you have to go g5. Otherwise, the king side opens and you just lose. You have to go g5. It's love 30. Okay, but g5 h6 bishop f6. I mean, okay, plays g5. Yeah, okay, expected. I mean, Levy should also play h6 very quickly here. Levy should play h6 very quickly. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So it's love 30. Is Alcaraz gonna get a break point? Oh wait, no, it's 30. It was 30 love. You said love 30. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. No, yeah, you guys said it was love 30. You mean love 30 because we're all rooting for Alcaraz, right? Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's see what we get here. Levy should play h6 pretty quickly. If Levy spends a lot of time here, I'm gonna be unhappy. h6 is a very committal move because in an end game, this pawn can easily be eaten. So like, I mean, obviously with all the pieces on the board, if you get a king here in an end game, you can just eat the juicer very easily. So h6 is a committal move, but he still should play it pretty quickly, I think, because once you committed to h5, you had to expect f4 and g5 as a realistic plan. If Levy doesn't play h6, goes queen d2, and you get this position, I know computer still likes white's position, but honestly I'd rather be black. Yeah, I'd much rather be black here. I expect the h6 very quickly. Djokovic held. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. I mean, this would be a huge tragedy if somehow Carlos throws this match. I still think he's gonna win, but we'll see. Levy work, Hikaru work. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? I don't know what you guys mean by that. But anyway, we're watching Tennis 2 God Save Us ADHD. I don't actually, even if I had a subscription, could I show? I couldn't show that on stream, right? Could I? I couldn't put like a small box with it. Could I? I assume it's not on Wimbledon. It's not on YouTube, is it? I mean, if it were on YouTube, I probably could show it, but I don't think it is. Yeah, but I don't see it. Yeah, Levy plays h6 as expected. Yeah. No, I mean, I was sure he'd go h6, and now is where it gets tough. You're saying bishop f6 is a blunder? It's not a blunder. We're gonna get like queen d2, knight c6, and then what? Like d5 is good. This is a problem. Like d5 is a move the computer loves, but as a human I don't love it because you're eventually going to lose this pawn, and the queen side is now clogged like a toilet. Queen side and the center are clogged. So this is what I'm worried about for Levy, is that we're actually, let me refresh the board, is that we're going to get this line with queen d2, knight c6, and then what? I don't think Levy's going to castle here. Yeah, you guys, we're not here to talk about politics, but thank you for mentioning it. So I think everybody knows what happened yesterday, but thank you. So waiting for a move here. So Bitcoin is up to 60k. I did see that, actually. I did see that, yes. Yeah. White's plan here is to probably try and play in the center of the board with something like c5, try and break open the center very quickly, because if you look at the position here, Levy should play queen d2 pretty quickly. By the way, it's a pretty natural move. Queen b3 is a move, but it's not a bad move, but it's a little bit weird. Like black, can black go c5 here? Maybe. It depends what happens. I expect queen d2 to be played, and then something like, I don't know, knight c6. And maybe, I mean, it's hard to see Levy playing in this line. I mean, it's really so good for white. I guess I just do c5. Yeah, basically the main issue for black here is this lack of development of the queen side pieces. So white's trying to play very much in the center of the board here. So probably queen d2 will be played here. Polyanikov missed a way to easily trap the bishop. It's a 1600 tactic. Okay, let's go back. Polyanikova. Okay, what is this? This game, you mean? Is normal? Okay. But h3 doesn't trap the bishop. Okay. Okay, there's a way to trap something. It's winning, but it's not trapping the bishop. Our bishop goes to d3. I mean, let's see what the engine says. Rook d1 wins the pawn because of the threat, but it's not, you're not actually trapping the bishop. Yeah, you're not trapping the bishop though. Yeah, so it's not that simple. But yes, this Polyanikova guy, he's playing at a level where I think he could be an IM. I do think he could be an IM, because he was the guy who was beating Levy in round 1 and they got too low on time, got too nervous. I think this guy could and probably should be an IM if he works really hard, is what I would say. Let's go back to Levy's game. Let's see. Oh, he's on 5.5. Oh, actually, wait, if Polyanikova wins, I think he's gonna get a IM norm. I think Polyanikova is gonna get an IM norm. 6.5 out of 8 should be a norm. Why am I not on the live rating board for Blitz? Because I haven't played Blitz in over a year. Six and a half points out of 8 should be enough for an IM norm, is my guess, but I could be wrong. Oh, does Levy have to play a 2000 in the last game too? Actually, I don't know. There's so many low rated. There are a couple of 2000 in this field that it might not be. I don't know. I'm not sure actually if 6.5 out of 8 is enough, because I realized that Polyanikova, there are at least 2 players who are below 2000, so he might actually need to score 7.5. And for Levy, he's playing the 2 guys who are much lower rated, so I mean, he's just going to win these games. I mean, he should win these games without too much difficulty. If Levy doesn't cross 24 to 30 by the end of the year, I'm going to be disappointed. That is asking for too much. Levy is not going to gain 90 points from where he's at. I mean, I guess he's 2360 right now, or 2370, something like that. He's not going to gain 60 points in the next 5 months. I mean, maybe if he plays tournaments like this and he farms, it's possible. If he plays norm tournaments, he's not going to gain 60 points. I don't understand why there's a random 1700. He's not 1700, he's 2088. Hikaru will be 2700 at the end of this tournament. I mean, I think it'll be 2700 20 years from now, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Yeah, 2088 equals 1700, right? Wait, there's 1700 in the others. Wait, in the GM. Wait, what? 2491, 24s. Ostrovsky, Jason, not in GMA, GMB. 2400s, 2300s, 2300s, 2300s. There's no 1700. Yeah. Yeah, there's no 1700. You guys are trolling. Yeah. See what we got here. Do I think Levy is underrated his FIDE rating? I've said for a long time I think he's underrated. I think fair value is somewhere close to 2400, like 2385, 2390. Obviously it's very subjective. You say like, what's the difference between that and 2400? But I think he's somewhere in that range is where he should be. Oh, Polyanikov already has 2 IM norms already. Like I said, based on his game against Levy, I mean, other than spending 30 minutes to play H3, I thought he showed great potential. So yeah, he showed great potential, so I'm not super surprised actually. Anyway, yes, so just one last chance to get the meme in. Yes. Who has the most aura at the chessboard? Obviously it's Magnus Carlsen. That's not even close, not even remotely close. Levy is spending some time here. It's still fine. Still not a big deal. Do I think Fabiano could play as Levy since they're lookalikes? Yeah, thank you. So, all right. Time usage is not a big deal yet, mainly because one thing that's important about this position is it's very straightforward. White has 3 ideas. You play c5, g3, or queen d2 in castles. White doesn't have a ton of ideas, and whatever white plays is generally going to be a reaction to whatever his opponent does. So it's still very early. Yeah, time usage is not a big deal yet. Do I think Levy will overperform by Q4 earnings? Yeah, good one. Good one. Yeah. It's 3-3 in the tiebreaker. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom very quickly. We'll come right back. I'm gonna keep covering this, but just gonna go get more coffee, go use the restroom, and I'll be back in a second. All right, you guys are back. Any more moves? No more moves. Yeah. I just pre-moved the game. No, I didn't pre-move the game. What's the best move position? Is queen d2, but there are options. Like Levy could try to play g3 too. G3, queen. I mean, queen d2 is the move that I would play pretty quickly, but g3 is also an option. Queen b3 is also a move. Maybe queen c2 as well. Oh, 5.5 out of 9 already gets him to IM norm, even with like so many players below 2200. Really? Okay. 5.5 seems way too low. There's no way that 5.5 gets you a GM norm. No, if I look at the results, no way. There are two guys below 2100. There's 2135. I mean, there's no way with 3 players at the bottom who are this low rated that that 5.5 gets a norm. I mean, I can just do the average. I'll just do the math while I'm at it. What is it? It's 2348 plus 2238 plus 2409 plus 2288 plus 2351 plus 2206 plus 2297 plus 2062 plus 2088 plus 2135 equals divided by 10. Average rating is 2242. It's 2242 is the average rating. Someone, where are the tables? I am norm. Okay. Where is it? I'm looking. Alcaraz 1, awesome. That is great. Alcaraz 1, fantastic. Okay, someone can find the tables. I can't find them easily with a Google search. But 2242 is the average rating, so someone can tell me what the score you need is. Yeah, someone can tell me what the score is. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's the average rating, so it's 2242, I think. So, all right. Gonna eat some food while we wait. Do I think people playing as Levy perform obviously better or worse? I think they all perform worse because of the cam and the general pressure of knowing thousands of people are watching the game. It's a level of pressure they don't have to deal with normally. Go to the burrito. Levy is using too much time, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal yet. It's a very clogged position, so let's see what we got. Wait, he's only the third player to defend a title. Sampras didn't defend a title in the 2000s. Wait, Sampras really didn't defend his title 2 times in the early 2000s? At Wimbledon? That's surprising if that's actually true. Really? Let's see. He really didn't? Let's see. Okay, 80s, 90s. Pete Sampras won it in 97, 98, 99, 2000. He didn't win it in 2001 was Goran Ivanisevic. So Sampras won it in 99, 2000. So that's why he's only the third one, technically. Because he didn't do it 2000 and 2001. That's why. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Let's see what we get. Waiting for a move here. I don't think Alcaraz is going to have a better career than the big 3, though. I mean, winning 20 slams. I mean, I guess how old is Alcaraz is going to have to start winning multiples, and he hasn't really been great other than at Wimbledon and the US Open, right? Alcaraz has never done well at the Australian Open, I feel like. So like unless he starts doing well on all 4 surfaces, I don't think it's gonna happen. He hasn't, he's been okay at Roland Garros, but he's been downright awful at did he win at Roland Garros once, or am I crazy? Did he win? He did win at the French. I knew he won somewhere other than Wimbledon. Wait, did he win? So he's won what? 1 at Wimbledon, 1 at the French, 2 at Wimbledon, 1 at the French, 1 at the US Open, right? Yeah. So oh, he just won the French Open this year. Okay, see, yeah, I haven't been following super closely. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what we get. Levy thinking for a long time here. Not a big deal so long as he plays Queen D2. What if the opponent says I don't want to be on camera, then the game's not on camera? It is the player's right to say no to the camera if they want to. So, all right. So, let's wait for a move. Do I want Queen E2 so he can castle queenside? I mean, Queen E2 just makes a lot of sense because you're keeping pressure on the file. You keep the queen and the rook that are going to be stacked towards everything here. Whether the board says it doesn't want to be in the camera, good one. Yeah. I don't know why Levy's thing is so long here. I think Levy's uncomfortable, actually. Did he play? Oh, he goes Queen B3. Okay, interesting. Okay. Not a crazy move either. I didn't like this. I think I wanted C5 here. Yeah. I mean, I don't think C5 is going to be played, by the way. I guess without C5, is white just much better is the question. Say we get King H8 and castles. I mean, white could just be much better here if he doesn't play C5. Yeah, if C5 gets played, I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see. It might be the only move that's good, though. That's the upside for Levy. I think it might be the only good move. The guy's 2088, so there's no way he's going to find it. Yeah, I mean, if you go C5 and you get like this position, for example, with like knight C6 and bishop E6 and G4, not a huge fan of it, but I don't think he's going to play C5. I'll probably play some blitz and do some other stuff later. C5 is kind of thematic, but I think we're getting a long thing here. So let's go back to the Grand Chess Tour and take a look at round 17 of the blitz. Okay, Fabiano is apparently losing here, so the dream is going to die of setting the record. So, all right. Well, I play some Valorant in the future. I mean, Valorant I played a little bit. It wasn't really my game, honestly. When I say thematic, I mean it's just it's in the theme of where the what the pawn structure is. All right, probably just bishop d5 here and then king f3, and I think Fabiano is going to lose this game. The record is held by Magnus Carlsen, of course. It was king e3. King takes e3 is good, or even rook b7 is probably good here, but I would just take the juicer. What have I said about GM Canty? What about James? I don't know what your question is about, Jimmy. Probably king g2 here and bishop f3 is what I expect. Yeah, I think king g2 and then or this is fine too. Probably just put the king on g2, rook on c6, and then try to eventually improve, like king g2 here. Maybe e3 is a move also. I don't know if I like king e1. He's trying to get like mated or something here. Actually, this is a good move because if the rook goes away, then you start pushing the p. He probably should go rook a3, c5, bishop f2, c6. You got to go c5, c6. Yeah, c6 takes e3. Oh, but then there's bishop d2. Rook a5 or rook a1 also, or no, rook a1 there might be e3. Yeah, miracle save for Fabiano. Completely lost position, but he's probably going to save it now. Maybe not. There's still going to be some e4 maybe. e4. There's also bishop c4 somewhere, like bishop c4. Okay, I guess Ani's gonna make the draw. Okay, so yeah, Ani's gonna make the draw here. So all right, let's go back. So Fabiano saves the draw, but he won't set the record in the Grand Chess Tour. So oh, he's gonna go for it. He's reaching for the pawn. Wow, he plays it. Wow. Okay, this guy's 2088, but he's playing pretty well so far. I'm actually really impressed by c5. Oh, he's a former 2400 player, so he just got old then, is what you're saying. You're saying that this guy just got old, basically. He's just old, so his rating went down, but he actually was 2400 at his peak. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then actually, yeah, it's not yeah, then it's kind of dangerous actually. It's a dangerous opponent for Levy for sure. I mean, computer wants takes, knight c6, knight d5, g4, castles. I don't understand this, kind of. Yeah, we'll get knight c5 here. I think he'll take with a knight, but he could take with a pawn too. I mean, the problem with this one is that it looks like white's just doing great with the knight, but it's not obvious actually. I mean, what is so bad about this? I guess you have g3, and yeah, you've got a great knight, and now the king side's kind of opening up, and you have all these pieces out of play. Oh, he took with the pawn. Okay, very good news for Levy actually, is that he took with the pawn, because now Levy will castle in 2 seconds. I mean, he's gonna castle right away. He'll play this, and then probably after knight d4, this is where Levy's gonna have to think and figure it out. If Levy loses this game, he's going to lose most of the rating that he gained. But I think this idea of g3 is not very hard to spot here. Eventually he'll see it because there's nothing else really going on, and black still has a bishop and a rook out of play. Yeah, a little bit lucky there for Levy that his opponent took with the pawn, because now I think Levy's play becomes very straightforward. Just castles and knight d5, and then eventually g3. "22 minutes behind." Yeah, he's 22 minutes behind, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal. Levy's only gaining 15 points for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's unlucky in that he's been over 2400. So because he's been over 2400 before, his K factor is 10. So it means the game that he plays is worth 10 points. Like whatever is the maximum number of whoever wins the game and loses, the maximum points is 10. So because it's the same, because it's only 10, like if you're below 2400, your K is 20. So like if Levy's K factor is 20 right now, he'd be gaining like 30 points. But because he's been 2400, his K factor is only 10, which is pretty unlucky, actually. Pretty unlucky. I mean, I don't even know what he's thinking about. You just castle. Bring me a higher love. Fabiano won. Fabiano won the game. What? Wait, no, you're trolling. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Wait, I mean, you're joking, right? What? Is some kind of bad joke? What? Okay, that's just weird. All right, let's go back. That's just really, really weird. From which age did I start playing chess? I started at 7 years old. Yeah. Problem for Levy here is he's gonna have to use time, I think. I mean, he'll castle immediately, but after knight c6, he's the one who has to use time. His opponent's gonna tunnel on this knight d4 idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's just weird. Let's see what we get here in Levy's game. He hasn't castled yet. Yeah, Levy has not castled. I don't like it. I mean, maybe he's considering knight d5 first. Like, he's probably considering knight d5 first, but what he should realize after knight c6, he's gonna have to castle anyway. So just pick one and play it versus using time here. Because after knight c6, you're gonna castle anyway. So like, if you castle here and we get this, it's the same position, but just play one very quickly. I would just castle here personally, but we'll see. Don't forget to refill my water. Yes. The only reason knight d5 makes more sense is Levy thinks he can go knight c3 or something like this. I know he's tried hard to lose that game and won. Yeah. Now Levy's timing isn't great, but I'm not super worried yet. I'll get worried, like if Levy were below 20 minutes here, I might be a touch worried, but I still think his plan, there's only one idea, which is to play for g3. So from that standpoint, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't normally stream on Sundays. No, I don't. But we're covering this. So I wonder, what do you guys think? Do you think Djokovic can win any more slams? I don't think he's gonna win any more slams. I think he's done. I don't know. I think he's done, actually. That's my guess. Yeah, I don't think Djokovic is gonna win any more slams. I don't think so. You think he steals one or two more? I don't know. I don't think so, actually. I mean, I thought this was his last year of a real chance. Actually, to be fair, he's the US Open this year. I forgot there's still the US Open this year. Yeah, so we get castles. We're gonna get knight c6 played in a second, I assume. Yeah, I forgot there's still one more slam this year. I forgot there's still the US Open. Yeah, knight c6 played quickly. Yeah, we'll get knight d5 played, and I think we'll get knight d4 played, and then we'll see what happens. Probably takes, I guess, cd4 and g3, or ed4 g3. Something like this is gonna happen. Knight c6 played. Yeah. What's gonna happen here is that we're gonna reach a critical position in the next 2 or 3 moves where both players, if they're smart, are gonna use their time. They're gonna use their time if they're smart here. Have I ever been at the US Open final? No, I've been to the US Open. I was what was the last time? Last time I was there was like honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna say it was like maybe 2014. The years blend together kind of at this point, but I went to the US Open for for, I think it was like the 3rd or 4th round. I don't remember which year it was though. So yeah. So all right, for Levy, I mean G4 is never going to be, I mean G4 is such a weird move to play. Yeah, I mean he's not going to go G4. He's going to go knight D4, I expect, and then Levy's going to probably trade with the knight and then push G3, and then the guy's going to sing into a deep thing, and then the game's going to go on, and then we'll see what happens. That's what I expect. Reza 1. Yeah. By the way, this guy looks like he's like a serious coffee house player. He looks like one of these like blitz. He looks like one of these blitz players. How did Fabi win? Anish just decided to lose the game for no reason. This is where I think Levy's going to use a little bit of time, and then he's going to take and go G3. Anything else, and I'd be very surprised. I mean, computer likes Queen A3. I think Queen A3 is never going to be played here. I don't even understand why it's the best move. Anish was winning, and then he messed up. It was just an easy draw, and then somehow Anish found a way to not draw it. All right, plays it. Wow, did not expect Queen A3 to be played. I was sure he was going to take and go G3. Interesting. So I guess this is so good because G3 is coming next move as well. Anyway, yeah, maybe like B6 here. Why is it so good? King B1 will never be played here. Like what? Bishop H. Oh wait, you can't go Bishop H3. Takes. This is really so good for white though. I don't know if I love this after B6. I know the computer loves it. I don't actually love this. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't love this. But maybe Levy can go knight C3. Like no, but then you hang a pawn. Yeah, I don't like Queen A3. If you were a 2021 player who would I let Levy film? Can't they decline to be on camera? Honestly, if you think it's going to affect you, I would just say no. That's what I would do. Yes. Like this is an event where it's not like there's no contracts involved. Like I would just say no, honestly, because I think these players are not used to being on camera. The top players is quite different. Like if you look at a player like who's 2700, they're used to playing like any number of FIDE events where you have cameras on the boards no matter what. But if you really think that it's going to affect you, then you wouldn't. It's not going to make you famous because all that's going to happen is you're going to get the one game on camera and then nobody's going to care. So it doesn't make you famous or give you any added benefit. So yeah, if you think it's going to actually affect you, then yes, I would just say no, straight up. I would just straight up say no. I think he's going to go B6 and Bishop B7. I don't really see any other moves that make sense for black here. I mean, G4 is never going to be played. He's going to play B6 pretty quickly, I think, here. So that's my guess. Levy's down a lot of time though, yeah, but it's very easy to play. He's just playing for one idea, and the number of moves left where he's to think is probably like 5-ish. Yeah. If the position is easy to play, it's not a problem. No, he's gonna go B6 here, and then we're gonna have B6, G3, Bishop B7, and then Levy's gonna have to figure out what he's doing after that. I expect B6. Any other move, and I'd be very surprised. I mean, Bishop E7. No, Bishop E7 hangs to D4 pawn because takes, and you lose the bishop. No, he'll go B6. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he'll play B6. Yeah. Get up. My Levy stream is behind a little bit. Okay, I'll refresh it. No, it's not behind. Yeah, just B6. There's like no other move to play here because all the pieces are kind of glued. You got the knight on D4, knight B6 hangs a pawn, G4 hangs a pawn, rook F7 makes no sense. You got to try and finish your development. So he'll play B6. Yeah, there's actually no good reason to not play. Do cameras annoy you in big events? No, but I'm used to it is the thing. If you're used to cameras being on you, it's not a big deal. But if you're not used to it, then it is. King H8 I guess is another move you could consider, but he'll go B6. Yeah, Levy will probably play G3 quickly, and then after bishop B7, this is where we're going to start getting some things, is my guess. Shake it up. I expect Levy to go G3 pretty quickly, and then after bishop B7, he's gonna have to think. Is it hard to act like the cameras aren't there for these guys? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I mean, chess is a very psychological game at the end of the day. So like for these players, if they think it's fine, then yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. But if they think they're gonna play worse, or they're gonna get nervous, and most chess players do get nervous because they're not used to it. I have the board open, another tab, and I know the moves before you. Oh, is it? Am I behind on the game too? Let me refresh the board here, and maybe the relay is somehow behind. I don't really see many other options for Levy besides G3, like King B1, Bishop B7. You're still gonna have to play G3 at some point. So problem is, if you get to some position like this, why is this so good for white? Take 6, rook G1. This should be winning, right? Yeah, this is winning for white. No, Levy's gonna play G3. It's just a question whether he does it like quickly or he uses time. The main issue is, how does Levy improve the position is the issue. Like, let me set this up. Like, say we get this position, takes check here. I don't know, King B1, and then like rook C8. Somehow winning. Yeah, I played G3, not shocking. H3, bishop C6. Ah, you've rook G7 here. Okay, that's how you win. Yeah. Yeah. Bishop B7 will be played very quickly, I expect, at least. If Fabi wins the last game, he breaks the record. Yeah, people mentioned that. Let's think about it. Takes check here. Let's say queen D3 because it's a logical move. Takes E4. E4 rook E8. I mean, it's still good for white, but it's getting kind of messy there. Yeah, it's getting a little bit messy. We'll get bishop B7 very quickly also, I think. There's no other logical move here. Yeah, bishop B7 will be played quickly. Do I do mentoring? Would you? I mean, I've done occasional teaching in the past, but I don't intend to. I'm gonna get more water too. 1 second. Get more water while we cover this game. All right. Who we get? All right. So in this position, I expect Levy to trade quickly, and then he'll start thinking somewhere around here. Yeah. Levy will probably just take on F4, most likely. Knight takes F6 is a move, but I think after queen F6. Oh, because you can wait. King H8. Actually, Levy's going to use a lot of time here because there is rook G7. Actually, Levy's going to probably use a lot of time. He's either going to take on F4 and then think, or he's going to think a long time here. He'll either blitz this out and then think, or he'll play rook G1. What do I think Nick's on? Yeah, he's going to trade, and then he's going to try to figure it out. Going to go GF4. We'll get G takes F4, obviously, which will be played instantly. I mean, what does Nixon's train Levy for? I'm guessing most likely it's structures. That's my best guess. I mean, there's very little that I think Nixon's can offer Levy in the way of like opening preparation specifically. So it's more probably about specific structures and general advice. Yeah, I mean, we'll get G takes F4. G takes F4 will be played very quickly. And then Levy's going to think, because then he has a lot of options. There's like rook G1, there's knight D4, there's knight F6, there's king B1, there's queen D3, there's knight EC3 maybe. Levy's going to start thinking. I think after G takes F4, he's going to start thinking, is my guess. Most important advice Nixons gave us is not rush positions. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good general advice. Yeah, that's good general advice. Why do we delete all the VODs? Because there's music on them, so we don't want to run into issues with DMCA. That's the single biggest reason. Yeah, Kick's VOD system is not as good as Twitch's. So basically, if you yeah, like, so when I do the streams here, there's music on the VODs. They don't have the separate track the way that Twitch VODs do. So because of that, I don't want to run in DMCA. That's the main point. Palestine is 3092. I mean, yeah, all these kids are annoying. Let's just be real, they're all annoying. So yeah. I know what he's thinking about here, because you have to go to G takes F4. There's literally no other move. I mean I guess you could take, actually you could take like this. Actually, this is what actually is probably, that's what he's thinking about. He's thinking about whether to take on D5 first or not. So, you know, actually, if I were playing this position, I probably would take on D5, take on F4, and then just basically ask where the attack is. Yeah, I think if I were playing, probably without knowing, I would do this. E takes F4 is bad, because if you take with the E pawn here, I can just take, and then you lose material in the middle of the board, and white has very active pieces. I mean, Levy should win this as long as he doesn't get too low on time. I mean, Levy is a big advantage for the according to the computer, just because he's an open file. Yeah, he does what I expected. He's going to take, and then he's going to go GF4, and then Levy's going to have to figure it out. I assume Levy will take the pawn. I mean, Levy should win this. I mean, Levy should win this game and the next one. He's playing the 2 lowest rated players in the tournament. He should win. The good part of kids is they enrage Cramnik when he loses them. I mean, yeah, the kids are too good. I think I'm wondering, can you actually go for this? No, because white gets through. Like, if you could magically set this up, just to illustrate the point, something like this. Black is only marginally worse here, because you've got this great grip on the dark squares, and the pawns can't go. But it's no good here, because after it takes D6, white is crashing through. I could see this happening, by the way. I could see this happening, where he tries to take with the E pawn. Even yesterday could easily win instead of just a draw. Who? What? Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Yeah. So probably E takes D5, or not E takes, sorry, C takes D5. But yeah, no, I mean, Levy's got a lot of choices. So long as he doesn't get too low on time, he's in great shape. Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Why do chess players write the moves down? Because you have to write the moves down. That's why you have to write the moves down. It's required. That's the bottom line. Yeah, it's required. Oh, yeah. So, just got the electrical chessboard. Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Why does Levy's opponent play faster? Because he's trying to figure out what he's doing. That's why he's trying to figure it out. Or not Levy's opponent, sorry, Levy is. His opponent's just playing quick moves because there aren't a lot of options in the position. Levy should take with a C pawn. I don't want Levy to use too much time here. Levy uses too much time here, bad things could happen. No, let's see. C or E is almost the same. No, because if you take with the E pawn, I think after takes and E takes F4, now suddenly there's an open scope for the bishop here. There's an open scope for this bishop on F6. So even though white is still better, this is starting to get into the danger zone. If Levy takes with the E pawn, I will basically, the point is, if you take with C pawn, black really can't ever open up the scope. After d6, something bad's gonna happen, like rook d5, bishop b5, e5 eventually. I think it might happen anyway, by the way. I think there's a decent chance we'll take with the e pawn, not the g pawn. But here you have counterplay. Yeah, taking with c pawn makes more sense. Yeah. Anyway. Bum bum. What's up? Who you rooting for? Not the fat one, I hope. Very funny, you guys. Very funny. Guys are hilarious. Levy's thinking about three things. He's thinking about knight takes d4, e5, and c5. He's thinking about all three moves here. He's thinking about all three. He's also thinking about this one as well. But this one I think is going to lead to something. I mean, I guess this is good too, but this is getting very tricky also. I don't love this one. Oh, he goes for it. Wow. Levy kind of underestimating his position. I'll tell you why I think he's underestimating his position. I think the reason Levy's underestimating his position here is because he knows he's playing someone weaker than him, and so he figures if he doesn't blunder, he's just going to be able to win the game. That's my perception about this game. Is Levy's basically telling himself, just don't do anything stupid, and as long as you don't do something stupid, the guy's going to blunder sooner or later, and he's going to win the game. Yeah, this is not a good move objectively, but I don't see a big issue with it. But the question is, will a guy use his time here or not? I mean, the question is, how good is this? This looks good because white has an open lane, and white can put the bishop here too. Like, white can put the bishop on c6. There's bishop h3 also. There's rook g1 as well. All these ideas are possible. I think ed4 is going to be played though. I think this is not crazy here. There's knight e5. You can put the king over, but the guy is going to think here. This is where the guy's going to think. Faustino Orr's 32.98. Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. Levy has time still. Levy still has time. He still has time here. I expect ed4 to be played though. It shouldn't be super hard to see that after checking king h8. There's knight e5. There's d3. There's kind of some pressure here in the middle of the board. I'm going to be honest. I don't like what Levy has done here. I'm going to be honest. I don't like what he's done here from a general standpoint, but the guy still has to find good moves, and I'm not convinced that he can. Accuracy is nonsense, by the way. Like, I mean, when you guys see Levy's games, you're like 98.1. Accuracy is complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. Let's see what I mean, the problem here in this position for white is that the dark square B is really blunted. The B is stuck on f2. It has no actual squares. If the guy does this, I'm a little bit worried. I mean, I'm not worried really, but I have some concerns about this position for Levy. I still think he's going to win this because I don't think his opponent's good enough, but I have some concerns about this. Like, it could get a little bit dangerous there, whereas without knight d4, it seemed to me there was almost no way it could get dangerous at all. Did I buy a copy of Levy's book? No, I didn't. Yeah, the opponent is chilling with time. Yeah, if you're losing, all your moves will be decent. You'll end up with high accuracy. Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. Anyway. Ba-dum. My blitz rating is 2802 right now. Yeah. Did I write a book? What do you mean did I write a book? I know what you mean. I know what you mean by that. Hikaru, for reaching 2000 OSP, should I focus most of my time on tactics? Yeah, like 90%. Oh, we're gonna get a bit of a think here, so I'm gonna do some puzzles while we wait, because I think this is where we're gonna hit a big lull here. A big lull. Let's do some puzzles while we wait. Wait, what? There we go. Wait 1 second. Let's just get 3 wrong and we'll start fresh. Okay, let's go. Let's do some puzzles. Oops. Mate. Yeah, I capture with the E-Palm, by the way, for anybody who's wondering. Oh, what am I doing? What the fridge was that? What is it? Wait, what? Eight. Wait, what? Oh, it's check. What am I doing? I'm blind. Wrong order. What is, wait, what the heck? Oh, take. Oh, terrible. I was way too slow across the board in that one. Okay, let's get back to the game. Let's do one more. Actually, I can do better than that. I should do puzzle survival. Yeah, but we don't want to go too deep into the weeds, basically. Okay. Let me refresh this. What am I doing? Probably just takes. It's good. What is this? It was Rook H8 or something, I guess. Do I have two wrong? I've got two wrong, right? So I'm screwed. What is this? White pawns? Oh, white pawns are going up the board. What is terrible. Just terrible. Okay, let's get back to the game. Yeah, I'm not sharp right now. Oh, was it queen? No, it wasn't queen f6. What was that puzzle? Wait a second. What is it? Queen h5. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we get ED4. Levy's gonna take with a C pawn, I assume, or the E pawn. I mean, if he takes with a C pawn here, I think Levy might lose this game. Actually, Fabiano won. Yeah, he won the event. Maybe he set the record because of that Anish game. But anyway, yeah, this, if we get to a position like this, for example, I start to become very concerned for Levy actually, because now it's starting to get a little bit out of control. Sorry, yeah, I'll change the scene. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, if we get to a position like this, I'm actually worried that Levy could lose this game. Yeah, this one I'm worried. I'm actually worried about this one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried about this one. I'm worried about if Levy takes with a C pawn. I'm actually seriously concerned that he might lose this game, because now he's got a bad bishop. Black is a connect 4. There's knight e5. Levy's pawns are blocked, and there's no obvious attack. So this is where it's like, yeah, it's starting to get into this danger zone a little bit. I hope Levy takes with the E pawn, because here there are two open lanes and you can put the bishop on the H file and it still feels like the play is relatively easy. I mean, I really hope that Levy does not play C5, even if technically it's the best move, because I think it's going to start venturing into a situation where his moves become very tough to find and his opponent's moves become a lot easier. I mean, what's wrong with Rook H5 actually? Oh, Bishop G. Ah. Huh. Yeah. I really hope Levy takes with the E pawn here. I mean, I know computer likes C5, but the time usage here is not wonderful. Let's put it that way. It's not wonderful. So yeah, I don't feel great about this, not gonna lie. I don't feel great about this. Okay, takes. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this from Levy. I don't like it. If Black gets the optimal setup with GF4 and knight e5 here, I mean, okay, let's say you go here, so you got this position. What's wrong with this? I'm trying to come up with plans. I mean, it still should be good for white, but like, I guess d3 is no good. Okay, of course he's gonna take. Yeah, GF4. I mean, I know the computer likes this, but I'm just not sure. Not sure how, whether Levy's moves are easy. Like, even if you get this position, let's say you get this position, how do you prove it? I guess Rook f5. Oh, it's good here. Wait, you have d6 here, but you don't have it. Oh, because here, if you get this position, there's no d6. Okay. This is not the lowest rated player in the tournament. Levy still has to play the lowest rated player in the final round. No, b4 is insane because that's just opening up the queen side. I mean, I still think Levy should win this game, and as you can tell from the eval bar, white is much better, but it's getting to a little bit of a spot here where I'm worried that Levy's opponent has easier moves than he does. It's fine. Time usage is still fine. but Levy has to come with a plan pretty quickly here. Pretty quickly. He cannot afford to use 10 or 15 minutes. If he does, I think the time is going to play a huge role. All right, I got to use the restroom quickly, so I'll be right back. But we'll keep going. Time user is still okay. Not a big deal yet. Okay, so Levy did play Rook H5. King H8 is, I mean, I don't know if the guy's going to play King H8, but I think he will. I think he will. I think King H8 is going to get played, and then Levy's going to have to figure it out. Because Bishop H3, I think, allows like knight E5. There's some kind of knight C4, knight E3, and it starts to get kind of murky. I assume the guy will find King H8, by the way. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, just because the king is open on a file. I think King H1 will be played. Just got here. Yeah. Yeah, King H8 is not... I don't... Actually, Rook H5 almost forces King H8, which is why I don't like the move. This guy seems underrated. I don't know. I have a feeling he will play it, actually. Because I don't think there's... I don't actually know what else he can do. Knight E5 allows Rook F5. I think the only move that the guy could play besides King H8 is maybe Knight E5. But I think he's going to go King H8. King H8 is my best guess, actually, in this position. Did I see a Nepo Wesley clip? No, I didn't see it, you guys. I didn't see it. No, King H8 is what I expect. But the main reason I'm so concerned for Levy is the time situation and the imbalance. Like, the reason I liked ED5 more, I'll tell you guys why, is even if it's not the best move for a human, it's because here Levy can never lose the game. He has two open files and a diagonal, so he can never lose the game. He does go knight E5. Okay, so we'll probably get Rook F5 here, and then who knows what we get like after that. Levy's gonna go Rook F5 here almost for sure. If Levy doesn't play Rook F5, I'd be pretty surprised, because Levy's gonna move quickly. He could go King B1 also. He's gonna go Rook F5, Bishop H3, King B1. Yeah, and he plays like I said, Levy had to play one of the moves quickly, and he does play King B1. Now I assume we'll get King H8 is my best guess. But even here, I mean, the problem with the position is like there's a big imbalance here in the center of the board, and black is a good knight on E5. So like this is not I mean, it's good for white, but it's a position that if Levy makes one mistake here, he's gonna lose the game. If he makes a mistake, he's probably gonna lose this game. That's why I don't like this. Whereas ED5, he probably wins most of the time, but there's never any risk of losing. I think he's gonna go King H8 at some point. It's just natural to dodge stuff on the file. New video of Mr. Beast, the most viewed video ever in 24 hours. Well, I think basically everybody was trying to push it and promote it, so not surprising. I think King H8 will be played very quickly, by the way. I don't think he's going to go deep in the tank on this move. Yeah, I'm aware that Boats is in it, but okay. So what? Why do people bring up things that don't matter for me? Like, cool story, bro. Like, cool story. They're in a video. Like, we're here covering chess. Like, cool story. I just don't get it. Why am I streaming Levy? Because Levy is playing in a very prestigious tournament in New York City, which is much more important than the Grand Chess Tour. Yeah, I don't get it when people bring up random stuff. Like, who cares? They're not chess streamers. No, they aren't. Let's see what we get here. I mean, they stream poker. They basically use chess, and they segued into poker. Okay, let's see what we get here though. Waiting for a move. King H8. I mean, A5 I don't see. I don't see a good reason not to play King H8. Yeah. I think King H8 is the move that I expect. More people watching a random IM tournament than a Grand Chess Tour. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the Grand Chess Tour is just a random event. Nobody cares. Why do you want to watch like those top GMs who have no personality instead of like someone who's doing something to bring people into the game? Let's be real. Let's be real. I mean, just let's be real. Levy is wearing shorts, by the way. Levy is wearing shorts. I'm not being extra spicy. I'm not being extra spicy, you guys. I'm just being real. I'm being real. Those guys have done nothing to try and bring more people in the chess. Levy's done a lot to bring people in the chess. Simple reality. You don't have to like it, but it is the reality. Levy is wearing shirts. I saw Levy when he stood up. He was wearing shorts. Yeah. I'm roasting my colleagues. I mean, at this point, I don't even know if I would call them my colleagues anymore, to be honest. I don't really mean that to be like over the top negative, but I don't even know if I would call them my colleagues anymore. When I see their inability to stand up on certain issues, especially considering what, you know, how many of them said things about a certain soon to be first American world champion, I don't know if I would call them colleagues anymore, honestly. And that does make me a little bit sad and disgusted, but honestly, I'm not sure I would call them my colleagues anymore. So, all right, so we have King H8 played pretty quickly. This guy is moving fast, by the way. This guy is moving pretty fast. So, yeah. So we get rook f5 played pretty quickly here by Levy. I mean, knight g6 is a move that I expect to be played. Knight g6 followed by bishop e5. Problem for Levy here is after bishop h3, where is the advantage? How do you break through here? Maybe bishop g4, bishop h5. Like, I expect him to go knight g6 pretty quickly too. So knight g6 is the move that I expect to be played pretty quickly, just to guard the pawn. The main issue for Levy here is that black's pawn structure is very, very stable. The bishop has no scope. And how do you activate the bishop and push p? Like, I don't know. Levy's much better. I mean, a computer's gonna say white's better, but I'm gonna be honest. If the guy plays knight g6 here, I'm actually worried because of the time situation. Bishop a6, I think, is a very deep and nuanced move that Levy will never play. So it does nothing, and generally speaking, if you're playing with white here, it feels like you need to do something on the king side. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very dank, and I mean, I'll tell you why it's good. Probably long run, it stops a5, and at some point you're probably gonna like rook e1 or rook g1 and b4 somewhere. You're gonna go b4 and there's no a5. Like, but when you look at this position from the white side, it feels like somehow the bishop belongs on the king side. It doesn't feel like the bishop belongs all the way over here on this side of the board. So yeah, like if we get some position like this, I actually don't know why Levy's better. Like, let's say here, he's gonna go knight g6 quickly. Yeah, I don't like this situation at all for Levy because his opponent's moving fast, and Levy's gonna have to he's gonna have to play really well to win here. There's a position that positionally is winning, but there's no clear idea. Yeah, this game has danger. There is danger here. There is legit danger for Levy in this game. I'm not gonna lie, there's legit danger here. There's legit danger. Like, say you get some position like this and black is the rook over and then knight e5, bishop g5. Like, there is real danger that Levy could lose this game because of the time situation and the board situation. I don't like his position, even though the computer likes it for him, because there's no obvious way to attack on the king side. There's no obvious sack in the center of the board. I know computer loves it, but I'm worried. I'm legit worried here. I'm legit worried for Levy. Wow, he plays queen a6, which is a great move here. Objectively, that's a great move that Levy found. I'm very impressed that he found that move quickly. That is a great move. I know bishop a6 is better, but that's a great move to stop b4. We'll get queen e7 next move. Queen e7 is going to be played here, I assume. Like queen e7, and then what is the question? Like, I still don't know what Levy does though. He stopped a5, which was very critical. But after queen e7 and rook d8, I still don't see a plan for white. Yeah, I still don't see a plan after queen e7. Levy cheating. Call Kramnik. Yes, but bishop a6 was actually the best move. The problem with Levy playing a3 b4, though, I'll just explain it, is that now you're opening up your king to big attacks on the queen's side. Like, they're big attacks coming. Like, you trade, it's called the ambulance, but not for me. Queen e7 is an obvious move because you need to get this rook in the game. You could go queen d6 too, but the thing is, ideally what black wants is you want some set of like probably played it right. Yeah, he played it. Yeah, this guy might be low rated at the moment, but his instincts are very good, and I think he's actually, someone said his peak was 2400, right? This guy is a good player. This guy is playing the obvious moves quickly. This guy is playing the game. The guy's time usage on these moves is incredibly good. Yeah, I don't like this for Levy. Yeah, if this guy was 2400 before, then I shouldn't be surprised by this. But this is not great for Levy. This is not great. Yeah, I'm actually worried. I'm legitimately very worried. It's very high because somehow there's gonna be some breakthrough. But I mean, like if black gets the optimal setup here, and you get even like this or bishop e5, like, I mean, I guess white's supposed to be much better here, but I'm not vibing it. Maybe there's some bishop f1, some deep idea, but I'm really not feeling this for Levy here. And he has no easy moves, and he's low on time. This has real danger. Like I said, that's why I want him to take with the e pawn, not with the c pawn on d5, because now it's tricky. It's tricky. This is the computer position where a computer says white's winning, and you're just like, okay, bar says white's winning. But if you're not very, very precise here, you could lose this game very easily just because of the pawn structure. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like this at all for Levy. I'm actually worried. I'm actually worried about this because the guy still has a lot of obvious moves. Like rook d8 is an obvious move, rook f7, rook f8, and Levy's moves are not obvious here. Bishop e1 is a very strange move to me. Bishop e1, bishop d2 is almost like a mystical move. I just don't get it because, like, you see something like bishop g5. I guess there's d6 here to win, but yeah, this is a little bit, I don't know. I mean, he maybe can find it, but I don't like it. I don't like it, actually. I don't like it. Ooh. "17 minutes and counting." TikTok. Isn't the rook g1 idea pretty easy? But you have to be careful because, like, if you go bishop e2, I thought there was like 95 rook g1, some d3 maybe. Maybe this is no good. I guess it's still good. I mean, computer likes everything, but the main issue for Levy is he has no obvious plan. His opponent does. That's the problem. Like bishop e2, rook g8 is another one. Rook g8, rook g1, 95, and suddenly after the trade, black's infiltrating. There's d3, c4, f3 is weak. Your rook on f5 not active. Queen is kind of out of play here. Yeah, this is goes bishop h3, which is not a good move, I don't think. Let's see. I mean, it's okay. I don't really like it though. I don't like it because I mean, if he goes, like, just to illustrate the point, rook d8, if he goes here, now there's 95 and suddenly the pawn's weak. So the bishop looks good on h3, but it's not actually doing anything unless you move the rook and the bishop comes in. I think we'll get rook a d8 played pretty quickly, by the way. Yeah, I mean, bishop h3 though, it's natural to think the bishop belongs on the king side. But what I'm going to say here in general is that I'm not gonna like anything for Levy just because it's very imbalanced. It's very imbalanced when you're playing someone so much lower rated. You generally don't want imbalances in the position. You just want to play stable and just beat them because they're not as good. The bar is never going to drop because this is winning in the long term according to computer, but in a human game this is scary. Yeah, yes, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, sup brother, but remember, life is short, and whining and complaining about whatever it is that you're complaining about doesn't really make sense. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here. I expect rook a d8. That's my best guess. Rook a d8 or maybe rook g8. I think one of these two moves will be played. 6 out of 7 is not Magnus Carlsen level because Levy's actually played 3 players at least who are about 100 or more points lower rated. So it's a good result, but it's not out of this world. 7 out of 7 would be out of this world, and maybe with a little bit of luck Levy could have had that actually. What black is focused on here is basically taking away any counterplay with the pawn pushes. If these pawns can't move, you want to try to play on these dark squares and maybe push P at some point. I think we'll get rook a d8. That's my guess. That's the move that makes the most sense to me. Levy's had way more luck than any chess player could have asked for. You can say that, but he worked hard. He worked hard. He took advantage of the opportunities that were afforded to him. Like, okay, so what? Who cares? Levy can't get a grandmaster norm. This is for points. I mean, my general takeaway is that it's mostly for content in terms of the road to GM. I mean, but if he keeps playing, like, my general view is that it's for content, but if he starts performing well, then it's like, wait a second, actually it's not a joke. But I think initially, like, I'm pretty sure it's primarily for content because there's really not a whole lot going on right now. You don't, like, Magnus isn't really playing many events. I'm not playing many events. There aren't going to be a lot of things in the chess world that are going to be popping off in the summer. It's a very slow period. So I think initially it was definitely for content. But if he starts doing well, then it's like, wait a second, actually it's for content, but now it's like it gets more and more serious. Levy's not gaining a lot of points in this tournament because he is playing people who are much lower rated than him. That is the one important point. Tournament in August is going to be very interesting. Is he playing somewhere in August? Is he playing a norm event somewhere or what? Yeah, you must be saying he's playing a norm somewhere or what? Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Ah, he's playing in Europe. Okay. Okay. I expect rook a d8. Rook a d8 or maybe bishop e5, but I don't think he's going to go bishop e5. I think we'll get rook a d8. If Levy loses this game, he basically erases all of his gains in the turn, which is why farming is a very dangerous expedition, because when you go farming, if you slip on a banana peel even one time, you basically ruin the whole thing. So that's what's very dangerous as well about playing these tournaments against lower rated players. Like, if you have one slip up, you're going to drop a ton of points. Yeah, like if you lose this game, he's basically ruined the tournament. I said it's for content. You dying? It is for content. You really think I've never spoken to Levy? Come on, be serious. Are you that naive? You just believe everything that someone says? Anyway, yeah. No, if he loses this game, he loses 12 points is what I was told. Oh, he only loses, oh, his K is 10, not 20. Probably whoever said 12, they had the K factor wrong. Yeah. I think we'll get rook a d8 or rook g8. One of the two moves is my guess. Thoughts on Lucid stock? I mean, I own Lucid in the, like, when it was like going public via SPAC at like $25. I think I got out like 50 or something. I think I got out most of my shares out at like 50, and I'm just gonna say I'm very glad I got out there. So yeah, like, what a disaster. All right, let's see what Kretchetov plays here. Rook a d8 or rook g8. One of those two moves will be played. I think he's gonna go rook a d8 is my best guess though. I think rook a8 makes sense. It stops d6. He still has 95 bishop e5, still bishop g5 or bishop h4 somewhere. Like, I don't even understand why it's supposed to be so good for white. Queen f1. I mean, this, nah, there's no way. No way. I think he'll play rook a d8. It's the problem is I don't really see many other alternatives besides bishop e5. Like bishop e5, rook d8, and rook g are really the only three moves that can try to improve the position. I mean, you can go back knight e5 hoping for rook f4. I mean, maybe you can consider this line, which could be good. Actually, even this is bad apparently for black, but I don't really see him playing knight e5. So I think he's going to go rook a d8 with the idea of bishop g5, stop d6, stop e5, and then go from there. Whoa, bishop h4. Wow, that should be a blunder though. I didn't mention this move, but this was one of the other moves that I thought was possible. But I assume Levy just goes bishop g1, right, or not? It's apparently winning, but I don't know why. I'm gonna get more water. I'll be right back. I mean, it trades a dead bishop though. But you know, I was gonna say something else. You know, there's an old saying, right? There's a reason someone's rating is low. There's a reason that someone's rating is where it is. And so we get a blunder here. It's a thematic approach with bishop h4 to try and trade the bishops, but I think here white's probably winning somehow. I guess here, no, wait. I got it. You can go queen e2. Yes. Because now black can't get the bind. Wait. Oh, wait, actually, wait, it's still tricky. You have to go here? Actually, wait, no, it's not so simple. Oh, wait, I thought that was simply, actually, no, it's not so simple. Because I thought you could just get the setup. That you could get bishop f5 like this, and then queen g2, rook g1, and just, oh, wait, but there's rook g. Wait, rook g1 and white's winning. A little bit tricky. It's d6 here. D6. No, d6 takes, and then what? Actually, you know what? It's not as easy as I thought though. But Levy has 15 minutes to figure this out, so I think he will figure it out. Yeah, no, I know there's bishop f5, but I thought that was so. Actually, wait, how easy is this then? g1, queen f6. It's still tricky, but Levy's on the right side of it now, and it's easier to play. So only white should be better here, and Levy's plan should become very straightforward. So he should find this. He should find this. I mean, he should be able to spot this, I think. What I'm worried about for Levy here is that he's going to think a long time. That's what I'm actually worried about here. Was there some tweet by Nepo that I missed, by the way, you guys? Or did I miss something? I don't know. Anyway, why is Levy's K factor 10? Because Levy was over 2400 before, so anytime you cross that, your K factor goes down. I'm a little bit worried for Levy here though, because he's getting low on time. If he plays it quickly, he'll win the game. But yeah. Rook h5, no, but it almost forces, I mean, it forces Levy to have to play this though, so Levy should just blitz this out. I mean, queen h4 you just take and you just win. Like even this, for example, has to be winning. Yeah, this must be winning. It's not super obvious to play queen e2, but I think Levy will find it. I'd be pretty surprised if he doesn't find it. Oh, wait, you're saying you take a7? What? This? And then, no, I mean, what are you saying? Oh, you're saying rook f8? Wrong order from Levy. But I don't think there's any chance the guy's gonna go bishop f6 here. That's the good news. I don't think there's any chance that he goes bishop f6. If this guy can play bishop f6 here after a think, I'll be stunned. I think this is really I think the best move here is bishop f6. I don't think he's gonna find it though. I think queen e2, even if it's not the best move, is very inadvertently brilliant by Levy. It's inadvertently brilliant. Yeah, it's bishop g5. What do you mean? There's d6 to win the game. Yeah, it's inadvertently brilliant because the guy's never going to go bishop f6 here. He's never going to basically go back to f6 and be like, oh, I blundered. Like, I think bishop f6 is the best move. Or maybe you should trade first and then go bishop f6. But for Levy, now actually it becomes so easy to play because you can just go bishop e1 and bishop d2. Like, Levy will win this game now. I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident he'll win here. Because now all the ideas, I mean, these ideas are not difficult anymore. Still a long way to go. We got bishop f6, but I don't think he'll play it. I think also if you go here, it's that you've wasted time now, because now the queen's on a good square. Well, maybe it's not so easy still. I think there's almost zero chance a guy goes bishop f6. As a 2088 player, there's no way that you can go bishop f6 and admit you just made a mistake and try to reset. Lower rated players almost never can do it. Yeah, I mean, it's saying this is better, but I don't like this, and I'll tell you why. Because now, oh, there's queen e5. Maybe queen d3 and oh, yeah, but can he find this? I don't think so. Nah, I don't think he can find this. No, that's too deep. Too deep. 95 loses because actually, sorry, not takes, so d6 again. It's always d6 is the problem. There must be betting. No sports can survive without bets. Yeah, but in chess, because there's no money, people would fix games. That's the problem. You can't do it. But that's why you can't have betting. Because if you look at a tournament like the Grand Chess Tour, which is a good example, first place in that tournament is $40,000. And I'll give you an example. Like Anish blundered and lost the game. But you know, if there were betting involved in chess and Anish loses that game to Fabiano, I can guarantee you there would be accusations of match fixing. 100%. 100% there'd be accusations of match fixing. If that were to happen, and that's going to happen in games where it just happens naturally, but you're gonna see it non-stop. D3 is the best move here. Really? Why? Rook d3? No, it's not. So yeah, so to answer the question though, in general terms, that's what I say. There's no way Levy's gonna win this game. So there's no way he's gonna play bishop f6. There's no way he's gonna admit his mistake and go back. There's just no shot. No shot that he does it at all. Just no shot. That requires a level of like what's the word? Not understanding. I can't think of the right word, but it requires a level of understanding and just like admittance or whatever, humility that you've made a mistake and it's not a big deal, that I don't think a player at this level can do. I just don't think so. Yeah, if someone's making $1 million, they're not going to risk that to fix a match for 10 to 25k. Exactly. But the problem is in chess, the top prize is like 40 grand. So actually it makes sense. Like, this is the problem. So like, you know, if you're on niche in that situation, you're somewhere in the middle of the tournament, you're not going to win or anything, then it makes perfect sense to do it. I think it's being self-critical, being self-critical basically of knowing you've made a mistake. Yeah, no, if chess had prize, if first prize was $1 million, you could have gambling in chess for sure. But without a prize, like with first prize in the Grand Chester of 40k, I mean, people would try to fix it. 100% it would happen. Humility is the word. It's correct. Okay. I think he might find if he uses enough time. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this guy's not 2088. Jeez. I mean, it's still very good for Levy, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see what happens. There's going to be some D3 here at some point. The question is, why was it not so... Wait, let me think. Let me go back here. So why was this not so good? So you go like rook D8, and you go rook H5. Because the queen's not on E2 or something. And if you go queen 2, there's D3. Okay. And in this position, I'm just trying to understand what the difference is. Still a long way to go. Still dangerous. I don't think Levy's going to play rook H5 here, by the way, because knight E5 and D3 is still quite dangerous. I think Levy's going to play rook G1 if I had to predict. I don't expect rook H5 because this D3 idea looks very pesky. Like, calculating all of this and that it's winning is, I mean, in my opinion, a little bit tough. He could find it, of course. He does. Okay. I didn't think he was going to play except D3, but it is very thematic at the same time. Yeah. We'll get rook E8 here for sure. I think rook E8 will be played, I think, instantly. We'll get rook E8, and the important thing is that Levy does not go bishop E6, because after queen D6, I think black's going to sack the rook, and if black can sack the rook, I guess white's still better, but it's tricky. I think we'll get rook E8 though. I expect rook E8. If we don't get rook A8, I'd be pretty surprised here. Danilo threw his game. I mean, Levy was always going to win this tournament regardless. Oh, he goes here. That is not a move that I love, but I guess the idea is he's still going to go rook E8 and queen D6 to sack. Levy should be winning here though, I feel like now. He's got a great setup and black can no longer push the pawns. Honestly, at some point I was going to say I think black should try to go B5. Yeah, he goes bishop E6 is what I expected. We'll get queen D6 here, or rook F6, bishop H. No, maybe I think we'll get queen D6 almost for sure. It's +3 is winning, but it's not easy. Yes, exactly. Yeah, if I'm black, I'm trying desperately to push at some point, but I think you go queen D6 and rook E8. That has to be correct. But Levy's also got rook F5, and now he has the bishop inside the chain. Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that Levy's going to win, because even like rook F5 here looks really good. Yeah, I mean, this looks very good. Apparently A6 and black's holding. He's going to go queen. No, he goes rook F6. Okay. He's going to try to sack the rook, and let's see what happens. I thought rook takes E5 was winning for Levy here, but maybe not. Initially, I thought rook E5 was good, but now it clearly isn't. Bishop F5 probably is good. Yeah, A6 is never going to be played, of course. I don't even know what A6 does, other than there's some queen A6 idea down the road. This is just not human chess. Yeah. I'm not sure Levy's going to go rook G1, just because I'm not convinced that he's going to be happy with this endgame. Like, see, the reason this is good for white is because you have queen A6 again. Like, this is just like, this is so dank. So, like, A6 is good. Like, A6 is the best move for the computer because basically you stop queen A6. Like, it's too dank. Levy's gonna spend time here. I think the only winning move is queen A6 though. I think queen a6 is the only winning move, so it's not obvious. Let's see. Yeah, Levy go here. Nope. Rook f5. Nope. Yeah. I mean, it's very losable for both sides. The perfect play, of course, white is winning. But yeah. No, rook takes e5 and bishop h4 is not winning because black can go queen f8. And after takes, h6 is hanging, and there's d3 as well. So I'm gonna go use restroom one last time. I don't know why I need to use restroom again. I do, but I'll use restroom one last time, and then and we'll finish the game. So give me 1 second. One last time. Okay, it goes bishop f5. We get queen d6 as expected. And I bet queen a6 is the winning line here, by the way. I bet queen a6 is the winning move, right? Is it queen a6 again? Yeah, I bet it's queen a6 back, which is never going to be played. He's going to go like rook g1. Yeah, I mean, this is starting to get... This is why when people say it's plus minus, I get worried when people talk about it. Because, like, going queen a6 back here, yeah, is the winning move. And I don't really expect him to find it. I think he's going to go rook g1 and try to crash through over here. Yeah, rook g1 looks like the human move. Go to the bathroom, he'll find queen a6. Yeah. I mean, he already had the queen on a6, so it's not crazy to find it. But no, he goes rook g1, which is what I expected. Yeah, you guys see a 3,500 Stockfish says, yeah, easy move. And it's like, no, it's not easy. Yeah. Like a6 now, I mean, I'm worried that now the pawns go, though. This is a problem. Oh, but you've rook... you've rook gg5. That's why. You have rook gg5, which is a nice touch. What is b5 the move? No, b5. Actually, if I were playing here with black, I might go b5 here to just start pushing the p. Like, because then it starts getting very murky. Oh, but actually, wait. Actually, the rook's always hanging in these lines. Wait, the rook's always hanging after rook gg5 because of h-gene. Yeah, I think if I were playing here, I probably would go b5. Honestly. Even if it's a losing move, I probably would play it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, you can grab the pawn, but now after like d3 and rook b8, I mean, it's winning for white, but it starts to look a little bit scary because there's some kind of fake attack. I mean, a6, b5, c4, like... I mean, it's very hard to believe he's going to find it. Yeah, basically what happened is, I'll tell you what happened in the game. Because the guy wasted tempo, he never got the knight to e5. He needed the knight going to e5 to counterbalance the bishop on e6. So just set this up. You got some position like this. He always needed this knight on e5 to offset the bishop, and he ended up with the wrong version in the game where he ended up with a bishop here, so knight can't go back to e5. So yeah, he ended up with the wrong version. He's gonna have to go a6 b5. He's got to go for counterplay here. You're not holding up long enough. Yeah, you have to go a6 b5 and try to push some p. You got to go fast here. I think a6 is the only move. You got to look for counterplay. a6 or b5, one of the two moves should be played very quickly. Yeah, a6 is what I would play here and just pray. Why not a5? Because now you have no counterplay, and I'm assuming after rook g5, like, something bad is going to happen in the center of the board. You just can't keep holding the glue. Like, I don't know, queen b5, like a4. I mean, you're not going to hold the glue together here. You need counterplay. You have to go a6 b5. It's like the only way to try and create counterplay. Only way. If you don't create counterplay, long term, you're just going to lose the position. a6 is the top line. Yeah, mostly it's because after a6 there's a clear-cut plan for black that Levy has to pay attention to. Time is not a huge concern for Levy yet, but it could be. If he plays a6 and b5 though, Levy's gonna have to, because Levy's gonna have to use his time because there's a concrete plan for his opponent. b5 is the top line. Really? Okay. Like, it's not crazy to play on this side. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think, I mean, I think he might, I assume he's gonna play a6 or b5. He might just go b5 because as a human you want to attack. So what do you do after rook g5? Let's see. c4 takes d3. White's winning. Oh, so you take king h7 and queen g2 and rook g and queen h3, and it's winning. Hard to spot. I think he'll play b5 actually, the more I look at this. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I think b5 is the move he'll play. I think he's gonna play b5. Yeah, b5 is like the way to desperately hope for counterplay. He'll play rook g8. I don't think he'll play rook g8. I mean, he has to realize that he's in a lot of trouble. No, but b5 opens up a file here. It opens up a file and now it gets very messy. Like, this is very messy. Like, white is better here, but this is getting very messy. Like b3 c4. I guess white is winning here, but this is probably what you should do. He's going for the a pawn or b pawn. He went for the a pawn. Okay, but now Levy has to find the winning idea basically, which I don't think bishop h4 is the line. I think rook g5 is what he's going to play, and then b5, and then what? I don't know, we'll see. Plenty of time. I expect rook g5. No, b5 is what I would have played. I would have played b5 and just like desperado time. Funny thing is, in this situation, if I were playing with black against Levy and I played b5, I think I would win the game. But okay, he plays a6. Have I talked about the Wesley Nepo drama? No, I haven't. Actually, I don't understand. What is wrong with rook g5? b5, queen d1 followed by b4? Really? This isn't winning? Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think Levy's gonna find the best line here, which is bishop h4. I don't think he's gonna find it. It's not rook g5 is the human line. It's getting a little bit scary though. It's getting a little bit scary, the clock situation. Stockfish should just explain its ideas somehow. If Stockfish could explain its ideas, chess would have an infinite jump ahead. Okay, rook f8, and then what? Yeah, rook f8, and then what though is the point? Or is queen g2 really just that simple? Oh no, there's knight h4. Wait, what? Oh, it's not that easy. Because if you take, is it really that simple? Actually, it is just that simple. No, it's just that simple actually. He'll probably take then, I'm guessing. But actually, yeah, white's just crashing through on the file. Yeah. Well, black is probably going to try something like rook f8, queen g2, rook g8, bishop e6, and something like d3 or c4 maybe. Something like this, and then takes, not rook f8, takes. Should be winning for white. Only move is to take. I don't think he's gonna, I mean, and then what? d3 or something? And then the game still goes on. Wow. Okay. highly doubt we'll get this, so unless the guy uses a lot of time. Levy's only gaining like one or 2 points from winning this game. I think he has 2 and he loses 8. That sounds about right. He's reading the game better than me? Not really. I mean, the moves that are being played are slightly different, because also one thing that's important to know when you say is like when you say stuff like that is that what you're misunderstanding is one of the most important things in chess, which is generally reducing risk in many cases is more important than finding the absolute best line. Yeah, like when you say that, like what you're missing about the game is that, for example, I would never put myself in this situation because it's a situation where one wrong move and I lose the game. Like if I were playing this game, I would have taken on ED5 because there's no chance of losing. That's not to say that I can't win the position with CD5, but it's more important to reduce the risk where like you can never lose if you make one mistake than end up in a situation where if you make one wrong move, you lose the game. That's just playing the odds. That's just high level stuff. But yeah. No, that's high. That's more. Oh wait, this isn't the position. What am I doing? Sorry. Yeah, that's like high level stuff that I'm talking about, where it's like it's more important to reduce the risk than it is to it's more important to reduce the risk than it is to like try and play perfectly. Like if you know you're gonna win, like I'll give you an example. Yesterday in that game Levy played with queen takes f2, as I said in my recap, you're gonna win that game 99% of the time. There might be one game that you mess it up, but 99% of the time you're gonna win it. But then Levy tried to go for something that he thought was like, I don't know what he said because I haven't watched his recap and I don't even know if he did a recap. But he went for something that he wasn't 100% sure he was going to win it. That's the bottom line. He wasn't 100% sure he was going to win the game, so he went for something else versus what probability wise or percentage wise he would win like every single time. Oh, he hasn't recapped the game yet. Okay, it's like poker with EV. Yeah, I mean it's just a couple of things that are important. I mean the guy should take and play D3. This actually is not crazy to spot. And I think there's a good chance he's going to find this, in fact. And takes rook h6. And I mean, this is amazingly, this is winning for white, although I don't really understand why. Oh, it's only winning because the bishop e6. If he gets rook g8, is this winning? It's still good, but it's not winning. Wow, bishop e6 is... Oh, yeah, but bishop e6 is obvious because it hits the pawn at h6. I think he'll take and play d3. +3 decisive advantage with perfect play. Yes, correct. Correct. Yeah, bishop h4 was the big mistake. If the guy had played rook a8, it would have been really interesting to see what would have happened, because the ideas with rook h5 and rook g1 would not have been easy to time them correctly. What rating do I think Levy's been playing at? First half of the tournament he was playing like a 2200, and I don't mean that to be like rude, but he's playing like a 2200 in the first three games I think it was. The last few he's played much closer, like I would say like a 2400 or a little bit above that, because he was completely lost in the first 3 games at various points. So his first 3 games were pretty bad, but he got 2.5 points out of 3. Yeah, since then he's been playing very well. Pretty straightforward. Okay, wait, so sorry, wrong position. There we are. But yeah, he was not playing well in the first 3 games, but since then he's played pretty well across the board. Okay, we got rook f8. Yeah, now it's just very obvious. Yeah, now you go queen g2 and there's nothing more. Yeah, now Levy's gonna win the game for sure. Or wait, actually wait, takes. Some bishop f6, rook g4, queen d5s. Huh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna go queen g2 in 2 seconds. Playing like a 2200 is enough to win this tournament, LMAO. That was the first 3 games. He's played much better in the last 4. Like he made, yeah, I mean, queen g2 is an instant move that you play. Probably what we're gonna get is we're gonna get something like rook g8, bishop not rook g8, sorry. We're gonna get knight h4, rook h4, rook g8, rook g4, takes, and then the guy's gonna just lose the game. Something like this is what's gonna happen. Something like takes. Well, probably this is what I expect to happen, like queen g5 or queen h5 or something. Apparently this is no good because of what? Let's take a look. Oh, there's queen g7 now. Okay. No, I mean, he'll play bishop e6 for sure. This is like super basic. I mean, the only question is after d3, what's the win? Oh, and you bishop e1. That's beautiful. That's nice. Really nice. Really nice stuff. I'm calling it Levy will lose or draw. I don't really know how he doesn't win this game, honestly. I don't know how. I mean, is the guy really going to take this bishop here? He could, but is he going to sack the rook? I doubt it. Like, yes, I mean, it's still very much a game after takes, and queen d5, something like this. I mean, Levy could definitely lose this position, but I don't think we're going to get to this position. The guy's going to collapse before we get here. Yeah, the guy's going to definitely collapse. Yeah, he plays rook g8. Yeah, now you go bishop e6 and rook f5, and this is very easy because Levy basically got the bishop on the ideal square, he got the rook on the ideal square, and now it's just a matter of crashing through. Levy played better in Madrid. Yeah, actually, if we're being objective, Levy played better in Madrid than he's playing here, even if the result here is better, because he was playing much stronger level of players, and he was getting much better positions. Like, I'm looking at the whole turn. I'm not looking at like one individual game, but as a whole, he was getting better positions against stronger players in Madrid, so he was playing at a better level there than here, but here the players are weaker, so it hasn't really mattered that much. As I said, you guys, I'm not talking about the final score. I'm talking about the quality of the opposition and how well he played. He'll play bishop e6, obviously. Yeah. Rook gf8 will be played, and then we'll get rook f5, I expect, because Levy will see the queen sacks. It takes, there's queen g7. That's just GG. Difference is Levy has to win. Yeah, but like, I would actually, as an example, I would use the game that he played against the 2200 yesterday. Like, that was a good example of how you don't have to do anything crazy to win the game. The only question is after rook f5 d3, where's the win? That's the only question. Oh, there's rook e5. I keep forgetting. Yeah, after c4, I mean, 30 ways to win here, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, this is Levy will find this. If he doesn't find this, I would be no, what I was saying is that in Madrid he got better positions, like other than at the very end. Like, was he ever in danger in a single game in Madrid? The game he lost, of course, was bad. But was he ever in danger in any games other than the one he lost? I don't think he was really in trouble. Other than the game he lost, I don't think he was in trouble. He was playing much higher level of competition. So even if the score is better here, he was losing in a couple of the games. So that's why, like, I'm looking at the objective quality of play, and his play was better there. Yeah, the quality of his play was better in Madrid than here for sure. Oh, he goes rook g5. Okay, so he's looking to sack, but wait, is there rook f6 here? No, it's still good because you have bishop f5, rook g8. Rook g4, yeah, I mean, but this is pretty straightforward, right? Just takes. Wait, why isn't this just winning? No, this is just, yeah, this is just winning. Yeah. Yeah, it's good enough. Basically, his opponent played one bad move, which is why he lost the game. But in this game, there isn't really a lot I can critique that much for either player, because this was a game where the players basically, it was decided by the moves on the board. Yeah, bishop h4 was the one bad move that lost the game, but there were no sort of extenuating factors which changes. So, like, for example, in the other games, you probably noticed, like, I'm pretty exasperated by various things, and it's because, like, those games were not decided on the board. It's because the time time management is what decided those games mostly, whereas this one, the moves have decided it. Yeah, this has been a pretty good game. B5. This isn't winning. Wow. There's no actual mate there. But there's no way the guy does this. There's no way, right? There's just no way he can. I mean, he could play c4. I could see c4 maybe. Like this one I can see. This one I could see maybe. Still a little bit messy actually. I actually think c4 is very likely here. I think c4 is very likely. If the guy realizes he's not getting mated after rook a7, he'll probably play c4 or d3. D3 loses for the same reason I mentioned with bishop e1. I could see d3 being played here though. I think Levy's opponent is not necessarily underrated. I think he's just old, so he can't consistently play well. But this guy was 2400 at one point apparently. I think this guy's just old. He's just old, so he's not consistent. I think he's just old, so he's not consistent. That's what it is. Is 48 very old in professional chess? 48 is pretty old, and the guy, well, I don't want to say he's probably not in the best of shape either. So, yeah, I mean it's not ancient, but it's past the age. This game is not over if he finds c4, but c4 is really the only move here that doesn't end the game. Yeah, I mean b5, he's gonna, if he goes c4, there's no forced mate. Like c4 should be interesting because after c4 I think Levy's gonna sack the rook here, and then after rook a7 it could be interesting. It could be interesting. Yeah, after rook a7 it could be interesting. Or not rook a7, sorry, c4. But c4 is the only move here because there's no way Levy's gonna go queen f2. I mean, Levy's gonna sack the rook and then try to win for sure. Yeah, queen f2 is never gonna be played there. Just no shot. Because see, if you get c4 and c3, like say you get this position, suddenly after c3 there's a big attack coming. There's a big attack on the queen side. So if the guy sees it after c4, rook g6 takes rook a7 is not winning, then he'll probably play c4 is my guess. But that requires him seeing that there's no actual mate, which maybe isn't so hard because even if you see this position, like here, is there a mate? There's no actual mate here. Yeah, I think as long as he sees there's no mate, he's gonna go c4 c3. I'll get more water, give me 1 second. Rook e8 is not better. You got to go for desperado. Yeah, I think he's gonna go c4 here. The bro who spent 30 minutes on h is getting an IM norm. I think probably found confidence afterwards. Yeah, c4 and just pray. c4 and you pray. Go c4. c4, explosive move. Do I think Levy can reach 2400 by the end? If he keeps playing these events, probably. If he plays the actual norm tournaments, I'm a little bit skeptical, but I still think that his fair value rating should be somewhere close to 2400. I thought you didn't stream on Sundays. Yeah, but I might as well stream because it means that I'm gonna have like more time off on other days too. We'll cover both games today, and it's kind of fortuitous that yesterday I didn't cover the evening one. I was just in a very, very bad mood. I mean, it's just like I don't know what the world's coming to. So I was actually very fortuitous that I didn't. The guy should just go c4 and hope. That's what he should play here. Should just go c4. I think he's gonna go c4. Queen f2 is never going to be played, you guys. Like you guys are insane. You guys don't realize that there's some moves that are just not human. He's gonna play rook g6. No, zero chance. He might play bishop e1 or something. I can see c4 bishop e1, but I don't see him playing queen f2. Would I play queen f2? No, I wouldn't. Not with this time on the clock for sure. I don't think any top player would play queen f2 there actually, because it doesn't make any sense. I think he's gonna go c4 c3 because it's the only chance. Like I mean what even is queen f2 here? Why is it so good? I don't even understand. It's good because after takes yeah, you have some rook g. I mean this is just way too dank in my opinion. Yeah, it's just way too dank. Yeah, just way too dank. Nah. But I don't think he's gonna. I don't. But the problem is, what else can black do here? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like rook f6. I mean, rook f6, bishop f5. You're kind of just losing. That's why c4 makes sense, because like it's the last shot in the dark to go for a big attack. It's the last sort of the shot in the dark. Yeah, it's sort of the shot in the dark. I think it's what you have to do. c4 takes rook a7 h7 loses to rook g7 as spaghetti-o time. Yeah, I hope he plays c4 just because I want to see some drama here. He plays any other move, he's just going to lose the game without a fight. It's the only one with a prayer. I mean, he could also blunder d3. Like he could blunder this one actually. I could see him blundering this one with bishop c3. This one I could see happening. He played c4. No, he played I want rook f6 really. Yeah, now we don't even get, and now Levy doesn't even have to find a good move to win the game. Yeah, now it's just over. Yeah, now you just go bishop f5 and rook g4. This is not even remotely difficult. Yeah. Although apparently computer says queen g4 is better. Doesn't matter. Yeah, there's no counterplay is the point. You're gonna lose the game with no chance to survive. That's why it's just like, yeah. By the way, chess.com, this is not a double exclam move. God. This is not a double exclam move. Why can't chess.com actually do things in a way that's like correct? No, the move is fine, but like chess.com, like it's like, I swear they had this problem with moves being double exclam when they were only moves like 2 years ago during the World Championship. Of course I've said something, and they don't do anything to correct it, probably because they have some weird stat that shows that like people feel better about themselves when you have fake brilliant moves and everything else. Yeah, I mean it's not a double exclam move. It's just like it's a good move. I'm salting? No, actually I'm salting at chess.com. I'm salting at chess.com for like having ridiculous things that are completely wrong. Like they're only moves that get double exclam. No, it has nothing to do with Levy. I'm salting at chess.com for like never correcting this because it's just flat out wrong. No, it's just wrong. And rook g4 is also not difficult either. Yeah, this is over. All right, time to get ready to do the recap. I'm gonna end the stream and I'll come back to cover the last game in like 90 minutes. There we go. Make sure it's set up correctly. Actually, yeah, it's set up correctly. There we go. All right. Yeah. Yeah, this was actually a pretty good game for a while. But this game, bishop h4 was a big mistake. Yeah, bishop h4 was a big mistake. Or sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry. Yeah, bishop h4 was a big mistake from his opponent. It's too early. I'm not gonna start the recap yet because I mean actually I bet I could. I don't think this game is gonna go 15 minutes. Yeah. No, I mean it's just over. That's why you go c4, because basically if you go c4 you're just praying here. You're praying. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Also, why can't I see 3 lines here? It's only showing 1 line. Huh, weird. But yeah, now you just lose the game without any prayers. That's the problem. That's the problem. You're basically playing without a prayer. You're just praying. You're praying. Are you okay? Everything okay with you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah. Nah, this is over. It's just over. Tanya's on 1.5 out of 8. Yeah, it's pretty tough. No, I mean, I would lose this also to Levy because there's no counterplay. There's no chance for Levy to make a mistake. That's the point. There's no chance for Levy to make a mistake here. It's just over. This, by the way, is like a good example of why this guy isn't 2400 anymore, because this guy for a large part of the game actually played pretty well, I would say, even if disregarding the eval bar, because you know it's not, that's 3500 level. He played pretty well, but eventually he wasn't able to keep up the consistency of the good moves, whereas probably in the old days he would have been better. And that's where like age matters. No chance. No, I mean, if Levy doesn't win this game in the next like 10 moves, I'll probably I'll eat my hat. There's no way that Levy doesn't win. It's because he's fat. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Like, I mean, there's literally no way. Or wait, actually wait, yeah, there is a way. There is a way. If you go rook f7 and Levy accidentally puts the bishop on e6, if you can get this and try to push the pawns, there's a chance. But that's the only way. But Levy's just going to take on g6, and it's very clear here that in this position you have why is it not working? You have 2 pawns and your king is close to this pawn, so it's just very routine. Yeah, but it's not going to happen. Levy's taking on g6. No, it's over. So I'll go take one last break because we're going to be doing the recap immediately. There's no chance. No chance. He's probably going to resign here. What? Huh? Huh? Okay, well, this is just over. All right. Levy blundered? No, he didn't blunder. Nah, it's just over. Takes. I mean, come on, it's over. All right, I think I'm gonna start my recap. Okay, let's go.